yeah. Listen, if you have like a happy life and a happy family, great.
This podcast isn't for you.
Yeah. You're not listening. You haven't been for about 7 years.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. Here, Barstool Sports led by the man now known as Paper Hands. That Paper Hands bitch, Dave Portnoy. Couldn't even hold the line for like 2 days.
Why did he sell?
Because he's a Paper Hands bitch. Some men have diamond hands, some have paper. Page views is a soft little bitch.
I just learned all of these terms moments ago, and they're all now my favorite words in the English language. Paper hands and diamond hands.
Wall Street's got great memes and great like terms and great everything.
I think, is Ryan Long on this episode?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, objectively, the Wall Street people are very funny.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Even the hedge fund man. I'm pro hedge fund, I think. I'm also diamond hands.
People, you're not diamond hands.
Well, I just
you got fat sausage hands.
I'm dumb head. Like, I don't know. I haven't tried really, but I don't.
You're diamond hands because you'll just hold it forever.
I just don't know how to sell.
You're not diamond hands. Like I'll weather the storm. You're just like, let me know when the storm's killed me.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh wow, how beautifully said.
Yeah. You're diamond. You're like diamond head to toe. Just fucking indestructible in a weird way.
Except for also very destructive.
Right. You are like a paradox.
I'm like a Death Star.
Yes.
Like there's one little button that will just kill me
The whole
instantly.
thing. Yeah.
But the rest of it is pretty
fortified.
Pretty fortuitous. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, Wall Street Bets. What sucks for them?
I said fortuitous. Well, you said fortified.
Yeah.
You were the right one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
let it
hang
slide.
on a second. You gotta give me like a yeah, obviously.
What? That you got it right after getting it wrong?
Well, just that you would obviously be right when you said no this morning.
Oh man, that was bad. I texted KNO for no. NO.
KNOW.
I said like no.
Karen said,
I said
"Nah,
like
we
no.
don't."
I said like we don't have to, comma, no.
KNOW. So don't give me that look. Like, yeah, of course I was the right one. Anyway, paper hands, bitch.
No is bad. The only other time that really fucked me up when I thought I was getting really stupid was when I said Seinfeld and I wrote SIGN.
What?
Yeah, this was like 2012 when I was blogging, and I think that was the first time I fell off. That was the first time I realized I was a dumb person. That was the first time people were like, are you worried about like this job and you're not going to be commuting and going to an office and talking and interacting and learning and like you're gonna get dumb, And I was like, I don't
Learning?
know. Yeah, like you're not
Do you
gonna
do a lot of learning in offices?
That's what I was kind of like, I don't think so. But then after just like 10,000 blogs in a row, I wrote Seinfeld, and I was like. Now, I probably could have written that like at Deloitte, but the point was I was just getting stupid.
You realized it,
Yeah, I was like, oh, yikes. And then the Hamilton Island fiasco was really bad too. Those are the three like dumbest moments of my life.
The Hamilton Island, I get. Like, you get a lot of shit for that. I'm like, completely understand that.
I mean, it's pretty bad. Just like I would know of an island like very close to America in the Atlantic that was called Hamilton
I
Island
would.
if it exists.
There's no shot.
I mean, I remember thinking like, I'm gonna go on a vacation
absolutely
there.
Islands down the
Yeah.
eastern seaboard that I haven't heard of.
I don't think there are. Not, in the Caribbean, yes, but like where
Caribbean,
Bermuda
yes,
is.
but also I think the eastern seaboard.
Are there? I don't think there are many.
I bet there's an island off of.
Like the Outer Banks type area. Like there's islands out
Sure,
there.
don't know where that is. Heard of the Netflix show.
I'll tell you what, geography is not our strong suit.
No.
Like,
can you Google that? Can you Google islands on the eastern seaboard of
John's so
America?
dumb we can't even Google this.
I want to see how right, because I'm taking
think it's
pride
just
in the fact that
littered?
I'm going to be right on this.
Right.
Like I'm going to be right about how wrong I am.
I feel like if there was a place that like you could vacation to, we would know more about them. Nope, I'm wrong. Jekyll Island, never heard of it.
Yeah, Kevin, these aren't real places.
Are they? Yeah, okay.
Well, I mean, they are.
No, we'll see.
real,
Like I know
sure.
Fire Island. Like go to that.
Fire Island, all the
Go to that
hang out.
Jekyll Island. If that
So
is that like
Gable hang out to
inhabited?
not look at stocks.
That joke will make sense in about an hour.
Yeah. Ryan Long's on the show today. It's very funny.
That doesn't look like a real island.
Jekyll Island, that looks like that's
like where they bury dead people and stuff.
Oh, I was gonna say it's in the UAE.
New Georgia.
New Georgia. See, of course there are tons of islands. This is why I was always on you. I was like, Kevin,
There's
this-
plenty.
It wouldn't be
Plenty
crazy to
we
not
don't
have
know.
heard of Hamilton Island.
Yeah, I mean, nobody knew that the fucking capital of Bermuda was fucking Hamilton until I did it. So everyone can fuck off. But yeah, no was a tough one. I was like,
I mean, I'm gonna give you shit for it.
but whatever. It
I
happens.
can do it.
It happens.
Like it happens to all of us.
It's a dumb language, to be
It's-
honest. It's a dumb language. Could you imagine learning this language?
English?
Yeah, and then being like, "You idiot! You said no instead of no," and they're like, "Why the fuck do you have two words like that?"
Well, that's why I get mad at fucking Europeans. Oh, I'm constantly mad at Europeans. You didn't
All
know
the
that?
time.
Yeah, you didn't know this about me? They're like, we speak 4 languages. They're all the same goddamn fucking language.
Yeah, it's like a little bit of a different accent.
It's a slight, like, oh, I speak Portuguese,
If- if-
Spanish,
if you-
French.
if you
the
speak-
same language.
If you speak Spanish and Italian and Portuguese and Spanish, you speak one language.
Right.
That's all one language.
It's one fucking language.
One language.
You goddamn
French,
assholes.
French and
You
German. are probably-
braggadocious bitches. Yeah. What's Portuguese for braggadocious? You cunt.
Make that a reel. Make that a reel right now. Back to Paper Hands Portnoy.
Oh yeah, right.
Paper hand that Paper Hands bitch goes on a media tour like all week long. It's a revolution. Hold the line. AMC, GameStop, Nokia, Dogecoin. We're gonna change the world. Goes on with Chris Cuomo like 8 hours before and was like, "I want to be on the joke." And it was actually a very funny interview. Chris Cuomo was like, Dave. I think Dave flat out said like these are all terrible investments. And Chris Cuomo was like, "So why are you doing it?" And Dave goes, "I want to do the memes." And Chris Cuomo just goes, turns his head like a dog. Okay, like I don't know about that one.
See, but Dave's 100% right.
Oh yeah,
Cuomo, you just don't get the joke.
Right.
Dave's right.
But then he sold in the morning.
Well, Dave's wrong there.
So,
but Dave was
but-
right in that moment.
But so here's the thing: he lost $700K. He got out, cut his losses down $700K. So on the one hand, you can't be like he's one of the billionaires playing us. It's like he fucking lost money.
yeah.
On the other hand, Dave losing $700K is like he'll do that on like the first half over of a fucking Big Ten basketball game. You know, like I can't believe he would give up the material and the persona of being like the leader of the revolution for $700K at the money he makes now. But on the third hand, isn't it the most Dave thing ever to be like, "Oh yeah, I don't care about this," you know, like you thought like I don't care what what Reddit says about me. I'm a gambler. I gotta get back to gambling. Like I'm paper
But he's
hands.
also not a gambler anymore.
Well, I guess that's my
Dave
question.
is
How
finance
how
Twitter
much?
now.
Yeah. So
Like, and that's been for about a year.
right.
Like, Dave's
and
been like
in,
the finance
and in
guy.
this world, it's kind of like, what have you done for me lately? Like
Right.
you know, you can't be like, "Oh, I used to blog." It's like, well, you haven't done that in 10 years. You know, you're the pizza guy, and now you're the finance guy.
Dave tweets about finance far more than
And
he does
he's
about
getting
games.
murdered every time he does so.
Really?
Like ratioed to hell and back. People like, again, kind of funny things. This is the first time he's ever, I think, been on the wrong side with people who are funny and who get like. Usually, he's always getting, harassed by blue check marks and justice warriors, all the cliches. Where it's like, okay, I don't care. You're not my people anyway. But these are like the funny Wall Street guys. These are like the meme guys. This is Wall Street Bets. Like Wall Street Bets put up on their Reddit page like paper hands bitch. Like fuck this guy. They're done with him. I was listening to Tim Dillon had like the most meme. It was ridiculous. He was like, "Yes, I'm the meme lord of Wall Street Bets." Like said it dead ass honest. He gets like the most Reddit karma. He's just got like fire memes. He puts up like really good gifs.
Tim Dillon does?
No, he had him on his show.
Oh,
And-
I see.
And they were
okay.
just like, he was just like, yeah, like we're all like, like fuck that guy, done with him. Interesting.
Really?
Interesting.
I have the most
But
fire.
they also were. It was actually a very interesting interview. It's on his Patreon, not his regular shit. But he was liking it. Like they hate that Elon Musk has co-signed it and that AOC is talking about it. And it's like when your band goes pop, they're like, this isn't fun anymore. Like their page is up to like 7.5 million people now, but it had like 2 million. And so all these new people, like, they don't get it. Like, he was like, we used to crush everyone. Elon Musk could get it. Jeff Bezos could get it. We had no Messiah. We had no nothing except, like, just trash everybody. And now it's like, now Netflix is making the movie, and in the
Which
news,
is gonna be terrible.
terrible.
Like
If they could stop that, like they should. He was like, yeah, Shia LaBeouf will play one of the guys
no,
at Wall
it's
Street
Noah
Bets.
Centino.
Oh, that was actually true.
Yeah, no,
okay.
that's
So
true,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's so even worse. I thought that's how bad that hiring is. The dude said Shia LaBeouf, and Tim said Noah Centino. I thought that was like a joke. I thought Tim was picking the worst person possible. Literally, that's the last person in Hollywood who should do that.
He's like,
That's terrible.
I can't believe people still like him. He was entertaining. I hated the fucking one movie he did.
What was that called?
To All the Girls I Loved Before
Yeah, I
or
never
something like
even watched
that.
that one.
I hated that.
Yeah.
Hated that. That was how
He showed his cock then. Well, he got like leaked.
Yeah. Oh, right.
You
You're
know.
talking about making a girl squirt.
Yeah, he had a hammer cock though.
Yeah.
So he's been doing all right.
No, he had a
I'm
nice
sure.
piece. Yeah.
I would trade dicks with him in a heartbeat. How many people in the world do you think you would trade dicks with?
Most.
Like if I had to Thanos snap, if you had a Thanos snap, and you were gonna get a new dick from a person in the population, it's gonna be like a 50% sort of thing, like the Thanos snap. Like it could be, you might get like a tiny Asian guy, you might get a hammer. Would you run that risk?
Absolutely not.
You would just stay old average.
I am staying exactly where I am.
Yeah.
And it's actually because exactly
There's some
where
guys
you
in
are,
China who are like,
I bet where you are. It's like I think about like a lot. Like I bet I'm like in the top 5 in physical fitness in the world because there are so many fat, grotesque people like that. You
well,
like,
I get what you're saying, but that's not true.
You don't under. I bet I am top 5.
Top 5%.
Top 5. Yeah,
Okay,
no,
okay,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
mean top 5 people.
It's like, what are you talking
There are 4 people in
Yeah.
this room in better shape than me. I mean top 5%.
Not right now. Not right now. I don't know why you're wearing a baggy sweatshirt right now. You
It just goes
be
good
going.
with my fuck-
You should be topless for today's
My outfit's
fucking-
fantastic.
Okay.
This was very carefully curated.
Apparently, we were all. Did everybody comment on John's outfit? It was clearly he was looking for him today. Speaking of your body looking right, not only is it because you're hitting the gym, but you're still on that HelloFresh kick.
I mean, I'm never going to be off the HelloFresh kick.
Yeah.
It is.
It's not a kick; it's a lifestyle.
It is 100%.
Well, but it
lifestyle.
is funny. It's like it feels like something that you're like, oh, have you tried it? It's like, have I tried cooking dinner?
It is.
Like, yeah, we should all do this every single day forever.
I love calling my mom and I do it regularly. I think we've talked about it actually when my dad discovered water. I discovered cooking food.
Right.
And I was like, Mom, I have so much more money now.
Oh my God.
So I'm not spending $100 every night
day on fucking takeout.
delivery.
Yep.
She's like, yeah, no. I understand that buying food and cooking it is far cheaper.
If you cut
and
out
way better.
If you cut out Ubers and Uber Eats, you'll have like double your money. Most of us, like the real. I was thinking like maybe once a year you take a vacation and you drop like a big chunk of change, but the rest of us, the normal ass people, your only expenses are like entertainment, which is really not happening right now, food and travel. So if you cut out,
Yeah, you should be saving a lot of money right now.
yeah,
You
right.
still have a job.
If
Call Biden. He owes you like $2,000, I think.
And when you get that money, go sign up at HelloFresh. Use the promo code 10KFC. So go to HelloFresh.com/10KFC and use the code 10KFC. Biden will give you this handout. I'll give you this handout. This is the deals handout.
If you actually think about it, I do spend about at least $50 every order, probably closer to 100.
Mm-hmm.
I also ordered last night. I ordered last night, and I ordered from 2 places. The delivery guys bumped into each other. Really,
but that's also
awkward.
great timing.
But great, yeah, fantastic timing. But it is like 10
I mean,
KFC
10
is 10 free meals, which
Which
means
is
you're
more
saying
like-
it's like a $500 to a
Right.
$1,000 deal.
Right.
It's incredibly.
This promo code is
Actually, no,
basically-
it's 20 free meals.
Right, because it's like double.
This is at least $1,000, maybe $2,000 free dollars we're giving you right now.
It's crazy.
It is insane when you think about
This
it.
is a $1,000 promo code if you live in the city and you eat food. Do you eat food? Do you want to save $1,000 doing it? Go to HelloFresh.com/10KFC. Use the code 10KFC. It's America's #1 meal kit. It's easy to cook. Everything's pre-packaged and pre-portioned. Comes with the recipe. A wild menu with a ton of different choices with like exotic foods, basic foods. They switch it up all the time, so you never get bored with it, and you'll save all that money. So go to HelloFresh.com/10KFC and use code 10KFC for 10 free meals, including free shipping. You're probably right, though. Like, my thing with my dick is like anything in life, I'm never looking to be the best, you know?
No.
So why would I like care? Like my dick, I've never gotten a complaint about my dick that I know of.
But that's how I face, which is all I care about.
Right. And if the
Definitely behind
girls
closed doors.
afterwards are like, that dick is small. Again, like you can tell me that like my dick sucks. Like the sex wasn't good, fine. But the actual dick, I don't think anybody's ever said it's like too small or it's lame. And I think if they are, they're probably, you know, being spiteful. I don't think it's
Yeah, no one who wasn't mad at me said that.
right. I've never had someone who likes me be like, if we're being honest, it's pretty lame.
A really mean thing for a person who likes you to
So
say.
lame. So bad. Imagine if, like the girl you were dating was like, huh, you know.
It's not like
below average.
Not the best dick I ever saw.
It's not the biggest. It's
But
certainly
I
not the
do
biggest.
love you as a person.
Yeah. Oh man, that relationship is over. But so like, why would I risk something that I've literally never gotten a complaint on?
You're 100% right.
Yeah.
But first of all, I love this question.
Yeah. it's a great
Second
one.
of all, how did this come
answer
up?
Noah had a nice dick. That's it. And we're on to Thanos
It's
dicks.
a great
That's it.
question.
Yeah.
It's a great
Forget the Wall
question.
Street shit. Let's get back to KFC radio.
I was actually very happy when it was
Yeah.
like, oh wait, we did change talking about our dicks. Beautiful.
Yeah. Now I can contribute. Let's go. Oh man, I think
I would bet I am. So maybe I'm not in the top 5% of physical
see.
fitness, but I would bet my physical fitness percentage and my dick percentage are right around the same.
interesting.
So if you
Which
like,
is kind of like you are what your dick, you know? It's like
Yeah.
you are what your record says. Like you are what your dick is.
I'm gonna give
Because
myself.
I bet you,
Oh fuck! I got shocked.
I bet you, if you have a horrible dick, horrible, I'm talking, you probably have like bad self-esteem and you probably blah, 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 and you just get fat. I bet you everybody who's really fat has a tiny dick,
Did you know one time?
except for Ron Jeremy. And that's why he's like the one.
I was looking at porn in like
No.
middle school.
You must be kidding me.
And we were on girls.com with a Z.
Oh, God.
It looked like a website that was created in Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Like it was just absurd looking. And there was a fat guy fucking a woman's mouth. And I was looking at it with a friend. Like me and a friend were sitting in my family computer.
The best
parents
kind of
were-
porn viewing, if you ask me.
It wasn't even like we weren't watching porn. We were looking at pictures of naked people,
Right.
Which is a different thing,
Definitely.
But it was like watching porn wasn't a thing yet because modems were too slow. So we were just looking at naked pictures of people, and it was a fat guy fucking a girl's mouth, and I was like, "Holy shit, his dick is huge." And my friend, without skipping a beat, was like, "Well, yeah, that's what fat people have." And I was. Honestly, to this day, I don't know if I know that's wrong.
What do you think? Their dicks get fat too?
Makes sense.
I guess so.
Logically, right? Where else would all the carbohydrates go?
Well, what really makes sense. Imagine that your body's like, we can't possibly put any more in the love handles.
Think about
Just
it,
put
right?
it in
Like,
the dick. There's
it's like-
girls.com.
It's like, oh, it's not at all what the website used to look like.
No, even worse?
Oh, no. It was like a highlighter neon purple girls.com.
Yeah.
Let's
What year?
what
Nick's got
year?
the archives.
I would guess this is probably between 04 and 06, right?
We were just in 06 here.
Girls, this is like Pink World when I used to go to pinkworld.com and it was just a pink background with blue hyperlinks. We are despicable. Do you know I
We've just stopped the podcast.
Do you
to
know
look
what
at
I
naked
did?
People
Yeah.
again.
Do you know what I did the other day on fucking 1 Minute Man? I dropped a dogfart.com reference, John. The video got 4 million views. And I said dogfart.com. I said the last time I saw a little blonde go up against a black guy like that, it was on dogfart.com. 4 million views. I think that one skipped past his Gaz fucking gatekeeper there. I was like, whoa, we're letting it fly today. Dogfart.com.
Good stuff.
Amazing stuff. Just an absolutely deplorable URL. Just despicable. I still don't even understand it, to be honest. It's despicable.
Dogpark.com has 100-pound women getting fucked by 12 men with 12-inch penises, and it's not the most like offensive part of its website.
Once you get past the name, there's
Dogfart.com has women taking baths of cum, and the name, the URL is more
worse
jarring.
than the Do you think that was just like, well, we let them know that they're gonna get into some shit here? They're gonna get into some shit.
You know, there was just a couple of guys who were like, "Yo, we're just gonna have black guys fuck white girls." And
Definitely.
and they were just like, "We'll call it dog fart." Like, there's no way it gets big.
Can we talk about this? No way this blows up.
Like,
It's just a bunch of black guys. Nobody's gonna like that.
It's like sticking with Barstool Sports after we clearly don't talk about sports at all anymore.
Yo, can we
Yeah,
talk
I
about the
guess.
most racist thing in the goddamn world?
Sure.
That there are porn stars who have higher rates for fucking non-white people?
Yep.
That is insane. Insane. Or some just won't do it altogether. Just like, nope, not gonna do
That
it.
would ruin my brand if I fucked a black person.
I mean, that is
That's not even a
horrific.
joke. That's just one.
That's how it. That's fucking facts, man. I think they have like they're really like pushing that away. Like they're as Pornhub has gotten more mainstream. Like you're not like allowed to do that and shit. But I also at the end of the day, I don't think you can make somebody fuck you who you don't want to fuck. So like some people have these rules.
No, you definitely can.
Yeah, that's what we call rape. But I mean, God damn, that is some deeply rooted inherent racism.
You know what is also funny is that, Blacked. I asked Kevin, knowing the full answer. Hey, excuse me, have you heard of Blacked? Yeah. A white guy started it?
Raw? Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah.
See, that's the other thing, too, is like when they're like... It's
Black.com started by a white guy.
It's like all things. There's a white man at the top, There's a white millionaire cashing in. When they're like, it'll ruin my brand, I'm like, I don't think so. like I guess it depends on what you want, but I'm like, you'll get your views. You'll get your views. That's for certain. There's always a point in time where you just want to see that. Anyway, my dick's fine.
Top 5.
Top 5%.
I have a top 3% dick.
Who was it? Somebody recently.
5.
I think
7.
it was on Original Thoughts.
Maybe 10.
7.5, 10, 12 and a half.
Better than at least half the people.
Definitely better than half. Definitely better than half. I mean, you got to think, again, like body types, there are a lot of fat, like a lot of people who are way fatter than you. There are people who have just...
What was that?
There's a lot of people who are way fatter than you.
Yeah, but like you said it like you're exceptionally fat, but there are fatter people.
No. I'm just saying there are so many levels to fat. I guess so. Yeah, you're on. I mean, you're in shape right now, so we can't. The fat jokes are not possible right now. Give me a week, I'll be back.
Yeah,
but right now, I can't do it. In 1 week, I'll call you fat again. But there's so many levels to fat. There's also so many levels to bad dick, where it's like you got to realize you got to start at like 1 inch. There are people with the micro penises, and then there are people with the 2 inches, and the 3 inches, and the 4 inches.
Penis is much smaller.
Yeah,
than
it's like a speck, right?
Yeah.
So like,
it's like, I guess technically it has to be an inch, right? Because this is an inch, is what I've learned.
Your thumb,
like your thumb knuckle, that's an inch.
See, you say that, and then like you're telling me that Shaq's thumb knuckle is the same as mine. Talk about big dicks. Now that guy, I mean, just logically,
good point.
Everything has to be big, right?
See, no, I actually think I'm thinking back to our conversation earlier about the carbohydrates.
Our conversation. I was thinking back to my idiotic point I made an hour ago. Yeah,
but so everything on your body gets fatter.
Yes.
Why does your penis not?
I think it's kind of like like your nose
does separation of church and state.
Kind of like your nose stops growing, except for yours. Your ears stop growing.
Catch it,
like there are certain things that just stop, and I think your dick's one of them. It might get a little fatter though.
It seems unfair to make the dick.
Because think about it. If you were fat, you had a fat dick. I probably wouldn't lose weight.
Like girls,
I'm keeping this fucking.
I
got the
Why
girth.
can't I go straight to my cock.
Yeah, for real. Give me a fucking chode. Let me run around with some girth because I ate some Krispy Kremes. That would. I mean, there would be fat people everywhere. Getting fat grew your dick. That's why. You know why? That's proof right there in the existence of God. There is a great architect because he was like, I disagree. I'm sure he did that.
He invented anxiety. He's a terrible architect.
Fine, but we'll talk about that shortly. But I'm sure maybe Adam and Eve and it was like, oh, well, he's getting so fucking fat because that dick just keeps getting bigger. We can't have that. I'm gonna make your dick separate. Your dick weight will be separate from the rest of your body weight, because otherwise it'd be chaos. It'd just be fat people everywhere looking for big dicks.
I don't see the problem.
There's
in
a
this.
question. There's another hypothetical. How much weight would you put on if
All of
like
it.
every 10 pounds gave you, an inch of your dick? No, like more than that. 20 pounds would give you an inch of dick.
All of it. I would.
All of the weight.
I would just keep putting on weight. I would.
Just because you want. See, I don't know. I mean, what's the point of a good dick if you're fat? You're gonna, it's like the SATs. You can't even get into.
Dude,
we're not even gonna
I
look at
would
your
eat-
resume if you don't get the right score. There are chicks who are not even looking at your dick if you're fat.
I would eat so much.
I guess
fucking
unless you had like a
pizza,
12 incher.
I wasn't allowed to wear shorts. Like it would be illegal for me to wear.
Like that fucking guy. You know that guy? He pops up in the Daily Mail like once a year.
Yes,
he's always wearing the biker shorts.
Silver bike shorts.
Yes.
I know the guy.
There are certain people in blog life. This is something that not many people will understand. There are certain people in blog
Does
life.
anyone else in this room know what we're talking
Probably
about?
not. Nope.
See,
Nope. That's where this is why I want to get on Clubhouse. I'd love to get on Clubhouse and do like a blogger room and just talk about the things that explicitly only bloggers know. There's the guy with the like oppressively big dick who can't like live a normal life. He goes viral once a year.
Who always makes his public comments about being sad about how big his dick is in biker shorts. like, dude, just wear some fucking cargo pants.
Go put a kilt on, dude. There's that dude. There is Sex Island now goes viral every year, where you can go for like $1,000 and you fuck like 2 girls every night or
And
whatever.
it's just that guy there.
Every time. That's it. There's the dude who this is probably no more, but there was like a good 5-year run where this guy just kept getting arrested for fucking pool rafts.
Yeah. Yes, I remember that.
And he was like a 4 or 5 time offender that people would just catch
Like
him.
he was breaking into people's houses.
Yes, and fucking
yards,
their
and
rafts.
fucking their rafts.
Yeah.
Well,
And dude just
he was not a one raft man.
No, he was raft polygamy, polyamorous with the rafts. There's the girl, maybe not the same girl, but there's always a girl who can't stop coming. They call it like compulsive orgasm disorder, and she says she just comes like 100 times a minute.
Which reminds me of the girl who can only walk backwards.
Dystonia cheerleader.
Dystonia cheerleader.
I swear to God, my favorite actual video ever on the internet is the leprechaun in Alabama, but my favorite story ever on the internet is the Dystonia cheerleader.
That woman.
If you don't know it,
Where is she right now? Why haven't we hired her?
she's
I
got
might
her.
hire her personally.
Seriously, let's go start like our own podcast network. First podcast is Dystonia cheerleader.
I know I don't want her to have any fame or fortune. I just want her to work.
Be around.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want her to just be like our assistant.
I just want her. Like,
I want her. You have to walk backwards, or you have to do the crazy herky jerky walk forwards. And it's
such an incredibly offensive walk to be like, I had a stroke and this is how I walk now. And we were all like, yeah, that makes sense.
But honestly, such a commitment to the brand. Like she was headbanging. Like her neck had to hurt. She had the chicken wings going, and that, mind you, there was one other thing. But Dystonia cheerleader, there she is. Look at her go.
Yeah.
And then wait, is that the Walk It Out remix? When they Walk It Out had just popped, and they put that over the beat.
Wait, do you know this? Can you put it up on the screen? Oh my god.
So this, I think
do
it was.
you know this?
I think
Okay.
it was like a vaccine that she said she got some treatment, and then she
got a
said
flu
a flu vax, and she said she started to flail around like crazy every time she walked forwards, but if she started to walk backwards, she was perfectly fine. And Inside Edition did like a real fucking thing on her. It was unbelievable. Oh, see, a lot of them are.
Going back.
This is the
and
like
seeing
original
this-
anti-vaxxer. Like Jenny McCarthy saw this and was like, "Fuck yeah, this is my brand. Let's do it."
Seeing this, I am so mad at myself that I ever believed it for a single
second. So that was my point. That this was the first thing I ever sniffed out on the internet. I was
did?
like, "This is
Really?
not fucking real," and I think people kind of were giving me shit for it. And then I was like, "I fucking told you so." The slow motion. And there's like an Inside Edition guy being like, "Oh wow, that's something. That's crazy."
So awful. The flu shot is dangerous.
And then they caught her. Then they followed her to like the grocery store, and she was just walking around with a fucking shopping cart, totally fine. It was completely and utterly. Now do me a favor, search this and search "Walk It Out" remix. With the beat with it is just so unbelievably funny. She's my favorite. I wonder can you see if my blog is still up on that, Nick? I'm almost positive that was the first thing that I threw like a PS out, and I was like, by the way, there's no fucking chance this is real. It is, without a doubt, the funniest fucking thing in the world.
She got a flu shot. She says that shot has destroyed her chances of happiness. We told you about her story last time. Now Les Trent is with
No,
this
leave it, it's
woman
fine.
for a first-hand look at what her life has become.
Would she does that? Would she does that one? Look at that! Ow! Ow!
This is so offensive.
It's so good. Leaning. It's a. It is. It's honestly. Look, she's running. That was the other thing too. She can run totally fine. Walk backwards and run. Yes. Walk it out now. Walk it out. Ah, maybe
Dude,
rewind.
Every day when like the fucking news was coming over, like her husband would have to jack her up, like, all right, baby,
get ready.
time to be mentally retarded.
That I would love to find out. Like, what channel is that? That's not like an original, is it? No, it got uploaded when? Maybe it is. Like I love to think that was like, that's like that was like a 2009 like Quigs or Millmore or something.
Yeah.
Like people were doing internet greatness from the fucking jump, you know? When you see like a meme video now, it's like, wow, that's so clever. It's like, yo, we were on this shit in 2009 making fun of the Dystonia cheerleader.
It's like the game QWOP. Have you seen?
What's that?
QUOP or QWOP?
No, what is that? Is that old or new?
This is old.
QWOP, do you know it, John?
No.
I get very upset when I don't know things.
Oh yes, okay, I do know this.
It's just like a website.
It's like it's impossible. It's so hard.
Oh, you have to, it's like you almost like fall over, or whatever,
Yeah,
right? You have to
yeah.
like try to run straight. Yes. What does QWOP stand for?
It's just those buttons.
Oh, got it. Yep. What about the fucking the ball game? It's like you're in a 3D room and the what's it fucking called? It's like something ball. It's like taser ball or whatever it's fucking called. No.
I don't know this one.
You're in like
I know putt putt. The mini putt putt was a big one of.
No, this one you're in like you're playing like almost like tennis. You have like a little like box that you move, but it's in a 3D room, so you can bounce it like off the walls and shit, and then it hits off the back wall and comes back at you. Fuck. 3D tennis ball game. All these new fucking games that you pay for on your goddamn your newfangled iPhones. This was some shit that was like, when you're rotting to death at your desk, and it's just fuck. Come on, it looks kind of like this. This is like a new version of it. You never played that? I thought that would have triggered you. Wait, hang on. We have to stop. I will not be able to continue. Yes. What's that called?
Oh! I kind of get. Okay, that I think does trigger me.
What's that called? What did you type in to find that?
Ball game tennis 2000s.
Yeah. Well done. I said 3D. And it's something like, yeah. Curveball. Very clever. Curveball. Because you could hit it. But if you hit it while you moved your mouse, it like put spin on the ball, so it started going all over the fucking place.
That image does trigger me.
It was the best. It was like the best of like the dumb. Well, not. I'll put it up there. I'd say maybe my favorite best of like the dumb free games.
See, I actually never really played games. I did the putt putt.
Yeah. If you didn't have like a soul crushing job,
Right. That was like
you know?
I did college. I just was too busy. Fucking
chicks and drinking beers. Fucking chicks and drinking beers.
I really didn't.
Fucking beers and drinking chicks.
I fucked a shockingly low amount of women.
Yeah.
in
Oh
college.
my god. And I had girlfriends in college like a fucking loser.
Like,
If you are in a relationship in college, kill yourself. Kill yourself.
that's why I'm suicidal now.
Absolutely. The reason I'm suicidal,
Stuck with me.
the reason why I am like absolutely at this point, I've decided I'm clinically depressed, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, you made the decision.
Yes, I absolutely have. I think I'm like I have like this like the like JV depression. But I'm
Also,
the way,
you keep saying that, and I can tell you you're wrong.
No. Like I'm telling you that like doctors would be like, do you do this in the morning and do you feel this at night and do you say this? And I'd be like, yep. And they'd be like, well, then that's technically depression.
Right.
But I'm not really depressed.
No, but what I'm saying is you are.
Oh.
You just don't want to accept it.
I thought you were saying like, no, you don't even have the JV
Oh,
depression.
no. I'm saying you're full depressed, Kevin. As a person who talks to you regularly, I'm telling you.
Okay. Well, then in that case, the reason I'm depressed is because I've always been in goddamn relationships. They just do nothing but suck your soul. Should have just been fucking. I should have just been fucking randoms for the last 20 years, and I'd be a happy guy. Shit. You know what it is? You know what it is?
You've been saying that for a long time,
And I just keep don't doing it.
and you just keep being like, well, like I don't really have depression, like. I'm like,
yeah.
Kevin,
Yes, you do.
I've always sat here silently been like, well, that's not true.
But the thing about depression is it's almost like alcoholism, where it's like, you know, I think people are like, if you're not grabbing a bottle of whiskey out of your fucking bedside table in the morning, you're not an
Right.
alcoholic.
Right.
It's like if I'm not, you know, standing in front of a fucking train like Kirk Minahan, I'm not depressed.
Yeah.
Like, there's levels to this shit, man.
That's why I remember my first time. So the first time I went to therapy, which was I don't know, 2 years ago, something like that, and I didn't know how to do how to like. So my therapist is off book, off brand, and
off network.
out of network, off brand.
I hope she's off book.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me find the response here.
Yeah, my therapist is Apollos. But I had to ask Keith to help me, and I was like, I don't know how to like file this.
Yeah,
with
I don't know. You have to
insurance
teach me
and all
that.
stuff.
I don't know how to do that.
I
You
just
don't do
stopped.
it?
I just don't do it.
They said to me like, you know, you can like file for reimbursement. I was like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I could
Like,
I could
I
pay
could.
$15 per visit.
I'll give you $250.
I give you $250 because I don't want to do paperwork.
100%. It's like my fucking expenses.
But Keith was like, he's like, all right, you need your diagnosis code here. And I was like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
He's like, here, like, go to your receipt, blah, blah, blah. And Keith just goes, ooh, you got 3 diagnoses. I was
Hey.
like, I don't know what any of them mean, but I got 3 of them.
If you're gonna do something, do it well. You know, a job worth doing, as they say. What was I? I don't even know what I was saying. Why was I? Whatever. This one, we're on one today.
We are. Yeah. Anyway,
on one
fucking free
today.
games.
Oh no, I was gonna finish my point about relationships crushing your soul.
Oh, well, yeah, please.
Everybody says things like, you know, you're gonna die alone, or like, don't you want to have kids, or don't you, you know, they always throw around those words like fulfill and shit like that, right?
See, my answers were yes and no. They're like, you want to die? Absolutely.
Yeah, well, that's because you're depressed. but no,
Preferably tomorrow.
No, but I think that maybe you're onto something, because my point is like anything else in life, like why are you planning for like the absolute end of your life? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, okay, fine, but in your good years, you're gonna be like, seriously. People, we all get married in our 30s. And, you know, yeah, listen, if you have like a happy life and a happy family, great. You're
this
in the
podcast isn't for you.
yeah, you're not listening. You haven't been for about 7 years. But, you know, for the people, the normal people, you get married in your 30s, you realize, well, this sucks. You have kids, they suck your soul and your money for like your 40s and 50s. And then like when you're in your 60s and 70s and, you know, hopefully 80s or whatever, you're like, yeah, all right, I have a grandkids and like a legacy and shit. But like the middle prime of your life, yeah, some people care about that, like bloodlines and shit.
Regular people care about their legacy.
Not like, I guess like legacy is not the word, but I think if you keep having kids and like your kids don't, and like and there's nothing more, I think some people get bent out of shape about that.
I think my parents,
and this shit,
they're like, okay,
we've had enough.
maybe my siblings can have kids, but they're like, you should probably. We'll cut out your bit of DNA if you don't mind.
Remove you from the gene pool.
Yeah.
But like, but you know, all for what? So like your 30s, 40s, and 50s, you were like, I had the
I'm a
mortgage,
bad
I had the
batch.
kids. You're a lemon. You know, it was like, you know, they had They were baking some cakes, and like a couple came out great and one collapsed.
Yeah,
you know?
they were just like, oh, that was when we were both drunk. They were 22. Like, yeah, we were shit faced. Like, obviously, that one got fucked up.
Yeah, that one's broken. That was defective. We drank during that pregnancy. I was smoking cigs. I'll be honest. But why mortgage your 30s, 40s, and 50s?
It's like a 401k.
Yeah, retirement.
What do
planning.
I need a ton of money for when I'm 65?
Right. Like, and I'd
rather just spend it now.
But I do understand. Yeah, I mean, I do understand
I'm
the idea
arguing
of
against children and 401ks in this episode, just to be clear.
And you know what you're arguing for? Happiness.
Yeah.
Happiness. I really believe, though. I feel like there's the one thing that kind of stuck with me from college. I took a philosophy class, and I kind of remember a couple. I don't remember the names and shit like that, but I know that there was one that was like the philosophy of their philosophy, if you will, is like just do whatever makes you happy, like right now in this moment, as long as you're not like directly harming someone. Like just live for right now and go. And we do the total fucking opposite.
Well,
you do the you do
just do what makes me happy.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
exceptionally selfish, and I
Yeah.
couldn't recommend it more.
You know,
And again, moments ago I said I want to die tomorrow, but right now I'm in a pretty good mood.
bro, you know what I did yesterday? I was feeling like shit, and my nanny sent like videos of the kids playing in the snow. And they were just wearing like regular sweatpants and shit, and they were like soaking wet. And I was like, fuck, I definitely have never gotten them like real snow clothes. So I'm like, this is like the biggest storm we've had like ever. Other kids are sledding, building snowmen, and my kids were like soaking wet and had to go home. So I'm like, all right, I'll go get you some fucking. At first I was like, let me order it. And I was like, well, I don't know, it might not snow again. So I go out to get some, right? Go to Target. They're like, no, we don't carry that here.
What?
Yeah,
What do you carry then, Target? What
Yeah.
do you do?
I was like, what do you do here, Target? So then I go to REI, and
Great spot.
they're like going out of business or some shit. They were like, we have
makes
limited.
sense.
Yeah, definitely, right? It was a big fucking like room, like a
I-
huge piece of property. I was like, how do you guys even fucking survive?
I used to go to REI. I used to hang out at REI in the mall all the time.
What?
They had a rock climbing wall, and it was very small.
Wow.
But it was just
Still,
like so
yeah.
you could test out like their rock climbing shoes, and
Yeah,
I'd just be
fine.
like 12 years old, and
climbing
everyone
rocks.
would be fingering
Buying shit.
girls,
Oh.
and I hanging out in Spencer's, being like, "You see this dildo?" I'm like, I'm gonna hang out on the rock climbing wall. See you guys later.
To be honest, who's the bigger loser? I don't know. That's a coin flip. So REI is like, yeah, we don't have any kids' clothes. Right next door to that is Dick's. I walk into Dick's. I'm like, do you guys have kids' snow clothes? And they're like, sold out, bro. And I was like, I guess all the other parents are on top of this one. Huh? I guess all the other parents saw like the top 3 storm in the world coming and prepared their children for it. And then I had to go to like a full-blown, it was called Pedigree Ski Shop near like the Westchester Mall, which is like Westchester Mall, like very hoity-toity. So I'm in like a full-blown like Aspen Dumb and Dumber type of ski shop buying my kids horrifically overpriced snow pants that they're going to probably play in for one day this week. And I'm like, I mean, by the time I'm walking home, my feet are soaked. I'm soaked. I'm like, fucking, I throw the fucking bag on the door. I'm like, here's your shit. and in the moment, I was thinking to myself, there is literally nothing else in the world that could have got me to like leave. I had to dig out my car. I had to, which by the way, I'm so proud of myself. I didn't dig out. I just drove back and forth until I got out. I hope that I wish that like one of my neighbors could have filmed me, because I was just, I mean, it took me 65 tries, back, forth. I mean, I was totally snowed in. I didn't do any shoveling.
Any at all?
I had like 2, I mean, like it was up to my, like over my tire, like up to my, like when I opened my door, it like hit. I had to dig that part out to get into my car. And then I just went back and forth, back and forth. And I fucking got out. I've never been more stubborn and idiotic in my life. But it's better than, like, I'd rather do 65 of those than shovel.
I don't think I agree with that.
Really?
Well, I mean, I'm
what's the
speaking as
I had
someone-
I had a podcast on. I was just like, burp, 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 burp.
It's
rather than
actually
do
part of
manual
it.
labor.
See, but I'm I need to be moving. Otherwise, I think, and I guess technically you're moving,
It was kind of fun.
but it's like I will go a longer route if I don't hit stoplights.
Okay.
Like I'll
You
go.
don't like-
it's-
okay, then you
it's
wouldn't
a
like
10-minute
this.
longer drive,
Then
but I
you
don't hit
wouldn't
a
like-
light.
yeah.
Or like I don't ever take the subway to work because I feel
You don't
like
like-
waiting for the subway. I'm like I could.
I hate that. Yeah,
Like,
I'm with you on that.
I did today. I went down to the subway today, and it said like 6 minutes, and I was like, "Well, that's."
I'll be like halfway there.
Right.
You know?
I'll be pretty much there. I'll just walk.
Yeah.
So I need
That's
to
fair.
be in motion.
Okay. You're like a shark.
Yeah.
A really fat, out of shape shark. Next week, I'll say that.
5% dick. 7.
Let's get into Am I the Asshole? It's brought to you by Cuts Clothing. You want a better promo for Cuts Clothing. You ain't going to find one better than John Feidelberg right now. Holy shit.
First of all, let's just be clear about something.
Bro.
That was just...
Bro. I would have fucked you. You look great. I hate it. You look great. Sometimes I just can't fucking deny it. You just look great.
I think at the start of this pandemic, I said, give me a week of doing push-ups, and I looked at, like,
Yeah.
discernibly different.
Yeah.
I do.
Women must fucking hate you. Girls can diet and work out for like 3 years and they don't see a fucking pound difference. You're like, jumped rope and I ate like, some grilled chicken.
I had 3 salads and worked out 4 times.
And you looked fucking great. Your arms looked fucking huge. Cuts Clothing is, everybody can wear it because it's kind of like the stretchy, softer material that like, I think it's got that micromodal shit that's like hot in the streets right now. But if you do have a good body, it's like, forget about it. You look fucking awesome. So to all my in shape KFC radio listeners, this is the shit for you. They've got this.
It is. They're in, and I didn't wear it, and then I put it on right before that, and like it is shockingly comfortable.
Yeah.
I wore it for probably 48 hours straight. I didn't leave my house.
Yeah. No. Well, and if you see what I do is I have like a whole array of them. So I have like a blue one, a white one, a black one, a gray one, a brown one, a tan one. And then I have some that are V-neck, some that are Henley with the buttons, some that are crew neck. And then the bottom, some of them are elongated if you like want to be a little more stylish, some that's soup cut, some that have a split hem. A couple of them have a logo. Most of them are logo-less. So once you get like a whole Cuts wardrobe, you never have to like worry again.
You don't need a t-shirt.
You really don't. I mean,
you have
like,
all the t-shirts.
Unless you're like who's doing like graphic tees? You know what I mean? It's either like stylish like young kids who are gonna wear like loud clothes and shit, and then like when you're a regular adult, you're just wearing like a plain colored t-shirt. And this is the best one on the market.
$300 worth of ridiculous graphic tees just the other day.
Case in point.
Like,
How many is that? 2?
No.
It
was on Wish.com. Okay. I bought a lot. One of them says, "You bring out the serial killer in me." It was Nick Tirani was over my apartment, and we just bought like tons of ridiculous shirts.
You know what's going on? You were hanging out outside of work a lot with Nick Tirani. And that, my friend, you never go full Tirani. It's a dangerous game.
Dude,
you're probably going to be calling his mom
actually,
next.
Let's finish this ad read, and I'm going to show you everything I just bought. It is preposterous.
So whether you're, in shape, a little bit out of shape, whether you are on the go, looking just for a comfortable shirt at home, whatever it is, you want a slick, stylish, sleek, classy shirt, go to cutsclothing.com/Clancy and get 15% off your first order. That's the only shirt worth wearing at cutsclothing.com/Clancy. I got a whole wardrobe of them, so you can take my word for it. You bring out the serial killer in me. Is special.
I don't see. Let me find them because they are like I have to tell you about them.
I was watching on Instagram a comedian I follow named Jeff Dye. And he was talking about how he was on a date, and the girl, he said, what are you into? What are your hobbies? And she said, true crime. I'm just into true crime, which is, I think it's an old bit. I think at this point is pretty well like established that is a thing. But he was like, that's a red flag. Like all you do is obsess over murderers. And she was like, no. Like it's a thing. There's podcasts and there's shows and documentaries about it. Like there's a lot. And he goes, okay, let's do a little exercise here. You ask me what I'm into. And she does, and I'm like, I study all the rapists. I love rape. I love all, no, I just like the rapey stuff. I just love all the rapey stuff. You're telling me that's not a red flag? And I was like, pretty eye-opening. Pretty fucking eye-opening that we just let girls get away with the fact that they are absolutely, obsessively taken over by murderers.
It's too much. It's too much.
How about this? He took it a step further. I'll show you the bit. He does it like so well. He's like, imagine if I knew all the names of the most prolific rapists. The girl's like, Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy. Like, no, this guy, he raped in California. This guy, he raped here. I mean, you would be fucking locked up. And we're just like, yeah, it's just girls. That's just chicks. They drink wine. They drink wine and they do true crime. It's like, wow, we'll fuck anybody.
So the serial killer was one. I bought a 6XL t-shirt. It's just a Grim Reaper giving the middle finger.
What are you going to do with it?
wear it
A
probably.
6XL?
Actually, I think Nick said he wants that one. I bought one. It said, "I'm a father, a grandfather, and a retired firefighter. Nothing scares me." I bought one that said, "I asked God for a best friend, and He sent me a son." And it's an adult fist pounding with a baby's fist. I bought a sweatshirt with a lion on the front, and the lion is inside of a cross. This one I can show you because this one is shipped, so it's on its way. It's on the back. It's got the front is got a cross with a lion's face in it, and on the back it says, "Jesus is my God, my King, my Savior, my everything." It says a lot more, but
Oh, wow. That's awesome, though. That's not what I was expecting. That's awesome. That's awesome. That I would fucking rock for sure. That's really cool.
I bought a pink varsity jacket with Bugs Bunny on the back.
You with like half of these, you either gotta like join QAnon or become a rapper. One or the other. You either gotta shoot a rap video or storm the Capitol. You have no in between, bro.
I bought a flame retardant hat.
We're definitely lighting that on fire. We're for sure lighting that on fire with it on your head. We are gonna set your head on fire. Speaking of heads, how about Am I the Asshole? We'll lead off.
Okay.
Lil Yachty or Lil Uzi Vert. Which one? They're the same person. No, I know, but in my head they're the same person. Which one is the? I'm a dad, a grandpa, retired. That is the most specific shirt ever.
There are 3 people who could wear that shirt.
Which one is it? Lil Uzi Vert or Lil Yachty with the diamond? See, these fucking young kids don't even know what I'm talking about. You guys got to get up on your shit. The baby hand is the baby hand is wildly inappropriate.
Oh wait, no, I did end up getting the pink one, and it's not Bugs Bunny, it's Snoopy on the varsity jacket.
Dude, when
Sin City Raiders, I got that sweatshirt.
Oh sure, this Snoopy shit used to be like
What?
when Jay-Z used to push Iceberg clothes. Like Snoopy was on it. It was like $400 sweaters.
Really?
That's why I said you got to be a rapper. There was a time where like Snoopy and all those characters were like hot. Lil Uzi, you said? Lil Uzi. This is either the dumbest thing I've ever seen or the biggest flex. Maybe both. He has a $24 million diamond. He's been like financing it for years. I think he finally paid it off. He got it embedded into his forehead, like fucking Vision.
Oh.
It's huge. It's like a big pink diamond. Look at this. It's like a big fucking chunk.
I mean, that is literally the diamond from Blood Diamond.
Yeah.
It's the pink one.
24
Who
million.
got the pink one? That's
good.
Remember when he's in jail?
Yeah.
Is it you who has the pink one?
That is good.
I don't know where he had it. I don't know where he was hiding it in the movie, but he had it. So, oh no, he buried it. Is weird.
Yeah.
He didn't have it on him.
Look at that, dude. His head now worth $24 million. You chop off Lil Uzi's head, you got a
That
$24
is
million diamond.
Impossibly dangerous.
I mean, it has got to be some like off-book crazy surgeon who did it, right? I mean, it's literally, it's the Vision Stone. What is Vision Stone called?
Vision is the
Mind Stone. I
That
mean,
makes sense.
Pop that thing out and he just disappears or
But
some shit.
like the most expensive part of that stone isn't the stone itself.
It's
the
$24 million.
but it's the security you're gonna have for the rest of your
Yeah,
life, so
I
someone
know.
doesn't behead you.
But I guess it's no different than like they wear diamonds. You know, I guess I've not heard of a rapper wearing a $24 million thing. But
But
you know,
also,
you wear
like,
chains.
if someone wanted to
I mean, people
steal-
do get murdered for
Like,
chains. Like
they
it
have
happens.
they have to kill you. Like they can just
Yeah.
fucking punch you in the face and
Yeah,
take your chain.
just
They have to kill you and perform surgery on you to get that, and it's $24 million, so people will do it.
Well, I mean, we won't even submit our fucking insurance claims. If you were a robber, would you be like, we can go snatch this chain? We can go snatch 24 chains for $1 million, or we can go behead this guy and steal the one diamond embedded in his forehead. What are you doing?
The beheading, for sure.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
One crime or 24
times or one
crimes?
time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it once.
But I'd have to imagine snatching
That's
a
why
chain's a lot better than
the only time I've ever fucking.
You don't
done
catch a murder case for snatching someone's chain. You kill someone and behead a famous person, you're fucked.
Yeah, but you have a $24 million. Like you do that, and you're right at the airport before everyone knows he's dead.
Well, the other thing is, how are you gonna move that diamond? It's not like you have 24 million cash.
Kevin, diamond people? The phrase blood diamond exists. Like,
That's
I have a blood diamond.
That's
It's attached to
whole
a head.
thing. You think here's what I always wonder. How do you get so into like the blood diamond game or like the black market organs game that the minute that you run up on someone, like a very small scale of this is when you have to return like an engagement ring. The people at the fucking jewelers know that they've got you by the balls. And they're
Right.
like, you'll get like 5% of your money back. If I step up to like an African blood diamond dealer, he's going to be like, I'll give you $25 or I'm chopping off your arm while you're here. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't even know how to even approach the right way to do that. They would sniff me out in a heartbeat that I'm phony. And they would just chop me with the machete and steal the diamonds.
But you're thinking you go to the dangerous people. You don't go, you just call the CEO of Zales. Those motherfuckers, I'm
So you
still
go
just
the
thinking about
corporate
blood
way.
diamond.
Yeah.
And those motherfuckers, they buy anything.
Yeah, that's true.
And then they bury it in a vault to keep fucking demand
I'm
up.
going to go to the K Jewelers at the mall. I demand to speak to your supervisor. I have an opportunity that I think would interest you. Every kiss begins with K. Pull out a fucking diamond covered in little Uzi's like flesh. How much for this right here? Bang it down on the table. Go to like a pawn shop. What's that show fucking on TV?
Pawn Stars.
Pawn Stars.
Yeah.
How much for this?
Yeah, I got a guy. I'll call him. He's an expert.
I'll
in
give
this
you
field.
75,000. I was thinking more like 24 million. Do you know whose head this came out of?
You do, because it's
You
attached.
see that?
It's a little loosey.
You can still see. You can
I'm
still see
holding
the
you by
blood
his
matter on
hair.
there. Yeah. Crazy though. I mean, that's kind of either like the dumbest thing in the world. He's gonna get beheaded, or like the biggest flex ever, where it's like at all times I'm worth 24 million.
I think it's the biggest flex ever.
Yeah.
I think it's the biggest flex.
I mean,
biggest flex.
Until you're dead. Like that, you're the biggest flex until someone chops your head off. And
Right.
if that happens, it's kind of like, we're saving money and having kids and shit. It's like, yeah, maybe at the end of my life, if I'm super miserable, I guess you were right. But for those 30 years in between, it was pretty fucking cool.
Imagine you go bankrupt and you're like, don't worry, I
Yeah.
got it. And you just rip it out of your head.
See, that's another problem.
Also, that's going to fall out.
I would imagine.
How well could it be surgically attached?
I mean, people do like little studs, but that's like a rock.
People do
Also,
studs?
yeah, I've seen that shit. You haven't seen that?
Oh,
They get
it's
like the little things in their back.
the anchors.
Yeah, I guess
Yes.
is that what it's called? Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, this might be fake. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's
who's
true.
gonna fucking call him on this? You know what I mean?
I'm gonna get one.
You're
It's
gonna
gonna,
get
it's gonna be fake.
a diamond.
but-
You're gonna get implanted in your head.
Well, yeah, but it's gonna be fake.
You're gonna ruin that moneymaker of
I'm
yours.
I'm just gonna glue it.
That would be funny. If it was closer to Halloween, this would be a big Halloween costume. But alas, we'll be
It's
dead
also,
before then.
I mean, cultural appropriation. Let's call it what it is.
What, the Indians?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think?
Have you seen what's going on in India? Shout out to Rihanna. The largest human strike in history.
I got a confession to make.
You
about that.
don't care, do you?
Well,
Because that was my confession. I just don't care what's going on.
I started like I was like, well, I'll see what this is all about.
Didn't move the needle.
And I
did move the needle.
got 2 paragraphs into a CNN article.
You know what the
and
problem
went,
is? You know what the problem is? No memes. They didn't have a cool Reddit page. If the farmers of India were dropping funny memes, there'd be a revolution.
It was the CNN article didn't get there fast enough. They just kept
know.
talking about how India banned internet in 14 out of 22 counties around New Delhi, and I was just like, I want to know about the farmers.
The fucking point. Or you got to tell me like you're not gonna have bread because like it trickles down. You know?
Oh,
what I
I
mean?
get my bread from Iowa.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, we got our homegrown shit. Until you tell me how this affects me or get to some funny memes, I'm not listening. Really, that you can boil down my interest in anything in the world is does it affect me negatively or does it make me laugh?
That's
What else?
Actually, a really good point. Yeah.
Right? And I guess like a little bit of like does it make me happy?
And honestly, you can boil mine a little further. Does it make me laugh?
Yeah,
I don't
right.
even really care if it
Like,
affects me
like I
negatively.
want to know if it affects me negatively, but okay, whatever. I really want to know if it makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to miss that. All right, back to Am I the Asshole? We'll start with this. This is actually technically from Reddit Ships, not Am I the Asshole? But I think we might know who the asshole is going to be on this one. The girlfriend. Should I break up with my boyfriend because he believes 9/11 is an inside job? Boyfriend of 2 years, 29, came out during the lockdown that he is a full supporter of 9/11 conspiracies. He admitted the only ones he believes in are Epstein, 9/11 is an inside job, Hillary Clinton maybe being associated with his Epstein ring, and he's generally skeptical of the government. Finally, after an argument, I, 27 female, started yelling at him and told him that I can't trust his intelligence anymore because he believes these. Our relationship is basically over in my mind now, but I can't figure out if I'm overreacting or not. I need some consensus. You know, will I ruin my life staying with a man who believes in conspiracies? Could be making a huge mistake. Like I said, this girlfriend's a fucking bitch.
Now,
Open your eyes, Stephanie.
I tend to agree with her. I'm with her. Like, I couldn't be with someone who was like full-blown conspiracies, but the ones she listed
Are pretty
aren't
legit.
conspiracy. Well, 9/11 is, yes, but like
You know
he
what's
believes in
crazy?
the Epstein, like that's
Yeah,
not a
like Hillary
conspiracy
Clinton
theory.
is-
that's just a fact.
Hillary Clinton is 100% tied to the Epstein ring.
Yeah.
Like, Bill and Hillary,
It's
no
more
doubt.
Bill than Hillary. I
But,
feel
like,
like,
yeah.
I think Bill was the one fucking 12-year-olds,
Right.
not Hillary. Maybe Hillary.
Allegedly.
I
I
don't
don't
know. Allegedly, yeah, we'll throw that one pretty hard. Let's like hard,
Hard allegedly,
hard
but-
allegedly,
like a fucking boat horn.
but also factual.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like he's a murderer. They've killed about a half a dozen people, allegedly.
But I also
you'd be surprised how many like people that I think are pretty smart are like something was funny with 9/11, like not like crazy shit. Jet fuel can't melt steel beams and shit, but like I've heard people that talk about it like general, obviously general consensus like there was something going on. And I was kind of like, wait, what?
have you ever seen the it's like a welder who it was on Reddit years and years ago, but it's him proving false the jet fuel can't melt steel beams, and he was just like he has a steel beam, and he just gets it hot,
The same temperature that like the jet fuel would have been.
yeah, and then he
Just
just pushes it. He's like, it didn't melt. Like no one's arguing it melted. You're
it
right,
just fell
it didn't
over.
melt. It just fell.
Right.
And I was like, oh yeah,
I love that. Like
good
jet
point.
fuel doesn't melt steel beams, and someone else is back like, but it does knock them over. But I mean, I was surprised to find out that I think some people don't think of that as like that
who?
crazy. I think it was Tim Dillon's producer was saying it, and then I started to kind of like look into it, and like a lot of people really believe that documentary Loose Change. Like that really persuades.
Well,
a lot
but
of
that's
people.
also why I don't really watch those things, because it will
persuade you.
the person
Yeah.
who made it is smarter than me.
Yeah.
And they will trick me.
Yes.
And
Yes.
like I'll just be like, oh yeah, that's
Yes.
definitely right.
Yeah.
Like that's all documentaries.
Like-
all documentaries just trick me.
But the way it almost sounded to me,
That's why I don't learn anything.
it almost felt like the way I talk about Serial, where I'm like, there was some fucked up things there. Like it's not like full blown, this guy's innocent, but like some shit went on.
Uh-huh.
That's what they're talking about 9/11. I was like, well, wait a minute, fuck.
I'm
That's
talking
how
about
I
one
think about
individual man's life, not
Yeah,
not 20
not
years
all
of
of them.
United States fucking policy.
Which is, but I think that's their point. It's like that's why they want it to happen and all that kind of shit. But yeah, so he does like Epstein,
it was just
9/11,
Epstein and 9/11,
and then
right?
like he's generally skeptical of the government. Like I mean, I would say the vast majority of people right now are like skeptical of the government.
all of I think all of those things are fair.
Yeah.
Now, if it was like, is he
he's doing, like,
regularly
QAnon shit.
beating that drum?
Yeah.
Like, is he talking
like
about it
everywhere
all?
you go, you're at a cocktail party and it's like, hey, 9/11 was an inside job.
And I don't even
And
care
also, like,
that-
you're fucking super late to the party.
Yeah.
You know, like people we talked about this like 20 years ago, dude. That's
9/11, we forgot, bro.
enough. There are people at cocktail parties not going, what? 9 what?
9/11.
9 who?
But the like, I wouldn't even be mad that like it was announcing people that he was not super intelligent. I would just be like, I'm just sick of hearing about this.
Yeah, just shut
That
the
would-
fuck up.
that would
So
be
that's
my
totally
issue.
different. So, but that's the thing. That question would then be like, can I break up with my boyfriend because he doesn't shut the fuck up about dumb things?
Yes.
Because what she's saying, like, am I going to ruin my life staying with a man who believes in conspiracies? I mean, again, you have to decide if this is like some QAnon shit where you're going to like give up your friends and family to go like chase down Q, or it's like, I mean, I love conspiracies. I talk about them all the time. Like, it's almost like a hobby of mine.
Right.
Is that, could you not date me because of that? You fucking cunt. You fucking bitch. And you know what would happen?
My boyfriend's passionate about things. Should I break up with him?
Yeah, right. I got a hobby. You know what I would do too if I was him? You know what he's doing? He's just like fighting back. Like he probably was like, "Hey, did you ever just hear about like the 7 World Trade and like how that kind of blew up?" And she was like being a bitch about it. So then he was like, "Okay, okay then. You know what? Fuck you then. This whole thing is fucking made up."
I'm not happy in this relationship, so I'm going to ruin it for both of us.
Wouldn't that would be an awesome way to do like the preempt and break up and make them break up with you, is become like a hardcore conspiracy person and just see how stupid and idiotic and fun you could get until the person was like, I can't do this anymore.
It's probably the only way.
Jared told me I think this very scenario. I think The Rocket was fucking a chick who like said that 9/11. I think she took it a step further and was like 9/11 didn't happen or one of these crazy things. And he was like, I can't ever fuck you again. And he was like, I think he said something like, this is a girl who I used to like throw her head against the wall. Like it was like a chick that he would just like just a slam pig. And he was like, we can't ever do this again.
Yeah, that's why she became a lesbian.
Yeah.
She's like, all right, this doesn't really seem to affect him very much. I'm just gonna tell him I'm gay. Like the 7 other women in his life who have become lesbians.
It's the craziest stat in human history.
It cannot be a real stat.
It's like
there's no way.
It's like Wilt Chamberlain averaging like 55 points and 50 rebounds in a season times a million. Yeah. It's all of Wayne Gretzky and Tony Gwynn's stats combined times a billion. It just doesn't compute that one man could turn 7 girls gay. He must be a dog, dude. Chicks are just like, I can't deal with this gender ever again. Like I always bust his balls about like the dick was so bad, but I think it's more just like
personality.
Your mind, your existence was so disgusting to them that they were like, I will never associate with anyone who has the same anatomy as this person ever again.
She's like, I don't care about the stock market. Also, I'm gay. All right, I got one. Am I? So speaking of gay, where is it here? Okay, am I the asshole for accusing my brother of being gay instead of studying all day? I don't even know what that means. I'm 14. Okay, it's a weird age.
Wait, say it, start over. Sorry.
Am I the asshole for accusing my brother of being gay instead of studying all day?
Seems like those things you could do simultaneously. I don't think those are mutually exclusive, but okay.
I'm 14 male, and my brother is 22 male. We've always had a great relationship. He's the one I'm closest to all my life so far. This is clearly right by a fucking 14-year-old idiot. He started a PhD doing maths at a top university last summer, and I'm truly happy for him, although that meant he would be away from home for 6 to 7 months a year. But he grew more distant from me ever since. Even when he was back home for holidays, on most days he would stay in his room the whole day and only come out for meals and to tuck me into bed at night. What is happening right now? Oh,
this is a 2 boys, right?
2 boys, yeah.
Not that it would make it I'd probably make it worse if it was a sister, but what the fuck?
When he did play games or have prolonged chats with me, he was his old self. But those became more and more infrequent. When I asked him about it, he said he was too busy nowadays, but will spend Sundays with me, which he did. Recently, he decided to postpone his studies until summer because of lockdown, and one would think he would have more free time now, but apparently not. And he continued saying that he was working, saying something like no one ever succeeds by doing the least amount of work. It didn't make sense, so I suspected he wasn't studying all day. I asked him if he was dating, and he said he was too busy to date. Anyways, one night after he thought I went to bed,
I saw him fucking a guy in the ass.
I listened at his door and heard him talking on the phone, and it was obvious from the way he spoke that it wasn't just a friend. I've always suspected that he was gay since he never showed any interest in girls or the stock market, and figured he was. I'm gonna use that joke forever.
Yeah.
And figured he always denied dating because he was ashamed of being gay. I was angry that he lied to me. Well, yesterday I was arguing with my mom about grades. And when my brother chimed in and said, if you spent your time studying instead of arguing, maybe you would get better grades. And I said, you probably spend your time dating boys instead of studying. My mom was like, how dare you say that, and sent me in my room. So I don't know how my brother reacted afterwards. I knew I shouldn't have talked back, but I didn't say anything too bad. And even when I did in my past, my brother never got angry at me. Also, this time it is kind of his fault for lying to me and not caring about the stock market. But yesterday he ended up skipping dinner and didn't tuck me into bed at night.
What the
so I think he was really angry. Then today everything went back to normal and he watched a movie with me. So perhaps he felt bad about lying to me too, and he was not that angry anymore. I'm not sure if I'm the asshole.
Okay, well, first of all, this kid wants to get fucked by his brother.
Yeah.
That's a fact. You get tucked in and you apparently get wildly jealous if he's talking to other boys. You want to get fucked by your brother. That 14-year-old boy wants to get fucked by his brother.
I think I'm drinking Jackie's water.
What do we got going here?
I don't know. I just grabbed the
got
water and I was like, Okay, I was like that one like smelled like lipstick or something. Seriously, my mouth I was like, that's not
right.
But anyway, the 14-year-old's gay. You're the asshole, dude.
Definitely.
You're a gay person. That's okay.
Also, the other
well,
guy's
you're not
gay
an
too,
asshole
though.
because you're gay.
The
But
oth-
you
yeah.
are an asshole, and
Who's
also
also
you're
gay. It's like
and
studying
you don't
and
care
calling
about the
people
stock
gay.
market.
The other brother's gay too, though. You wouldn't like react that way. Like when he was like, okay, like I gotta tuck you in, I'll watch a movie with you. He is like feeling guilty about it.
The brother.
The older brother.
Yes.
So I think he's gay too. I think the kid nailed it, and he was like, "Fuck, all right, I'll like tuck you in."
The tucking in is
It's insane.
downright insanity.
Insane.
That's you're both the asshole here because you're a 22-year-old man
nip that in
who
the
tucks your
fucking
14-year-old
bud, bro.
brother into bed at night.
You gotta cut that behavior right fucking now. That's the weirdest shit I've ever heard. But what a comeback. Oh yeah? Well, you should be studying, but you spending your time talking to boys. You gay? I mean, this kid sucks. This kid sucks for so many reasons other than the fact that he wants to fuck his brother. That's actually like last on the list, which is hard to fucking do.
This is like it reminds me of the time when Tyler Sagan and Jamie Benn were talking about the Sedin brothers, and they were like, "Yeah, who knows what they do behind closed doors?" And everyone was like, "That's homophobic," and they're like, "No, it's not. It's anti-incest." Yes, but like it's not a homophobic.
You're allowed
Like,
to not want brothers to fuck each other. Let's all take a hard line stance on that one. Let's hold the line on that.
At least throw a step on there.
No brother fucking.
If you say step, sure, I'll jerk off.
Yeah. If you say step, I'll come to it. But if not, I am morally opposed. If not, get out of here. I want legislation against that.
Dude, I've been rewatching Veep, and one of the funniest storylines is the fact that Jonah Ryan marries his sister,
Yeah.
and then their parents get back together, and he's like, "You can't be together because now she's my sister."
Dude, Jonah Ryan is an all-time character.
I mean,
One of the greats.
we've talked about
Most
it
underrated.
extensively in the sense that, like, when he says the greatest line ever told, "How am I doing? Eating so much pussy, I'm shitting clits, son," is the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard. And then it
Who
goes.
reminds me a lot of Kevin Bonner.
Oh, they do look similar. Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
But like the Uncle Jeff freaking out when he goes,
Yeah.
"This is an elementary school, you animal." Did you see the Uncle Jeff clip I tweeted the other night?
No.
When he's at Jonah's dad's funeral, and he comes up, he goes, "Jonah, I'm so sorry." He goes, Oh wow, thanks, Uncle Jeff. That's really nice. He goes, "So sorry you killed your father and I wasn't there to say it." And he starts dying laughing. And he goes, "I can't believe you gave him chicken pox. I always thought you were more of an AIDS guy." And then as Amy is escorting him out, he gives him his hotel key card and goes, "He's my hotel key card. If you got a dick, I'll pay double."
That's a great character too. As far as like bit characters go, Uncle Jeff is way up there.
Uncle Jeff is like, I would say he's my favorite character ever. Every single time he's on screen,
he's up
it's a
there with
lull.
like some of the Sunny characters that are recurring. I mean, he is fucking hilarious, dude.
You got a dick, I'll pay double.
Voicemails? All right, voicemails today are brought to you by the Books. It's time to get your flowers for Valentine's Day. It's February 4th. You only got 10 days left. So get it in now so that you can schedule the exact delivery date, whether you're sending them to an office, probably not anymore, you're sending them to home. Whatever it is, you still got to get Valentine's Day flowers for your wife, your girlfriend, your sister, your mother, your aunt, your grandmother, your boyfriend, your boss, your fucking favorite podcaster. Everybody wants goddamn flowers now. So go to the Books. On top of like their beautiful bouquets, they've also got chocolate and jewelry and candles, which is a nice touch because you can't just do flowers on Valentine's Day. Depending on like where your relationship is, So if you can get like another little like token in the same shot, you're done.
It is entirely necessary. You must do flowers.
Yeah,
And yes,
that's
you
like
do
bare
have the
minimum.
little
And then if you
add-on.
if it's a serious thing, maybe you got to get like a real gift. If it's like early, you can be like, and I got you like this little like locket or this little like bear or this little whatever. And to do that all in one shot is just easy peasy lemon squeezy.
And also, maybe actually, you know what? This is a good time to add in my life hack I've learned.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is great.
This
is great. This is gonna change your life.
as good as it
Wait,
gets.
let me finish the ad.
Okay.
Because this is great. This deserves its own thing. So they also have, you can get your Valentine's Day roses, but they also have all these beautiful curated plants, bouquets, the whole nine. Every type of flower. You gotta
Boots.
learn the flower. You know, I mean, you don't have to. You can just go roses. When you find out the flower that they like and you give them the flower, you're always gonna get extra points.
Yeah, you should get him a
Like here's lilies or here's tulips or here's like whatever. It's like, oh man, he
or an
fucking-
orchid.
Orchid, because
And
you'll
you
be
tell them they're
orchidaisical or whatever.
orchidaceous.
Orchidaceous. If someone tells you that you're orchidaceous and you still have sex with them, you are the worst. Go to the Books. Go to Books.com. BOUQS, like bouquets. BOUQS.com/KFC and get 25% off your order, which is nice because, the flowers get expensive this time of year, that you make it all back with the discount. Do it now. Get it out of the way. That way you know the delivery is going to be on time. It's Books.com/KFC for 25% off your Valentine's Day flowers.
Okay, now I actually have two questions here. Well, I have a question and a statement. One, Books was very nice, and they sent us free flowers.
Yes.
That I brought home this week.
Yes.
And got a great reception.
Right.
They're beautiful flowers. They're unbelievable. Do I have to get more flowers?
Yeah, so this is always a problem with us that we do get the free flowers, and I think any girl in our life kind of knows that.
Yeah.
So it's like, here's a regift.
I really considered taking them out of the box and being like, I just grabbed these.
Oh, you brought the box home?
I did the whole
See,
thing.
I took-
and saw that it was like, why was it mailed to the office? I was like,
Fuck.
fuck.
Yeah, see, I took it out, and I just walked there with a fucking glass vase and
Oh,
flowers. So I was
you're
like,
much smarter
"Ow."
than me. Okay.
But now I feel like I'm almost like extra sleazy. You were honest about it. You're like, here's a box I gotta work, bitch. I was like,
I
look at
wasn't
these
honest. I was
beautiful
just hoping
flowers.
she wouldn't notice.
Right.
I didn't come in and say it. I was just
And
like,
I think I might have told on myself, but I think I might have just let it ride. I've done both in my life. I've definitely done both. It's like, oh, it's Mother's Day, flowers happen to come. Oh, it's Valentine's Day, flowers happen to come. I think the safe play would be to get another bouquet from Books.
it is the safe play. And what I'm going to do during
And
that
put your fucking own address on it, you dummy.
is the idea I learned over Christmas. Now, I'm not the best gift giver. And I just
You don't say.
I
eternally selfish man.
I'm not great at getting gifts. But what I've learned this past year is what you do. You get your gifts that you think they'll like. You'll be wrong. But what I do is I put in my pocket a drawing of a dog that I just drew. It's the same one. I've used it twice now. And I keep it in my top drawer. And you put a drawing of a dog in your pocket. And if
This is the nuclear option, by the way.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
like when your presents have bombed.
Yeah, right.
When your
And-
presents don't even get a like, oh, okay. When your presents get like a, is this for me? What the fuck is this? Then you go with this option.
But and then you if they nuclear bomb, then you take out and go, and here's the big one. And it's a dog that you're gonna get
It's an IOU for a puppy.
in the future. And it's genius because and it makes me more confident when I give the gifts because I'm like, well, if she hates it,
I got a
don't
safety
worry
net.
about it.
I got
I'm
a plan
good.
B.
I got something.
It's a
here.
living creature.
No one tell her about this.
Do you know how badly do you want to, unless you want a puppy yourself, but if you're like, I don't want to deal with the responsibility and shit, do you know how bad you have to bomb your gifts to take on that responsibility? Like you know how badly you have to want to win the holiday and be like the hero, to be like, I will take on a 15-year responsibility. I will take on something that will affect me every day for the next 15 years just because she didn't like the fucking sweater I got her.
You are convincing me to stop doing this trend.
People who get puppies are idiots, okay? I'm just going to say it. Dogs, they're great. I love them. Getting a dog is the craziest thing that all of society buys into. It's just, you just agree to live with an animal that is highly inconvenient for the next decade and a half. It's crazy.
It is. I actually get really annoyed too when I have like friends who have dogs. Like I go out with PFT sometimes, and RIP.
Yeah, but you know
Leroy.
what? Probably good.
But it
Probably
was,
PFT's like, I don't have to deal with this thing anymore.
We'd be out, and he'd be like,
We might have to cut that.
Yeah, we'll cut that. And I'll go out with like PFT, and he'll be like, I gotta go home and walk Leroy. And again, RIP Leroy. It's sad, he's gone now. But I'd be like, Man, I'm having fun.
That's the thing.
This is inconvenient to
You
me
got-
that you have to go
you're
out
doing
now.
your vacations. You got to plan your weekends around. You have to have a dog sitter. They go to the vet. They throw up. They have seizures. They're this, they're that. The food, the worms. I mean, having a dog is a fucking pain in the ass. For as like crazy selfish as the world is, it's wild that we like a vast majority of people are like, yeah, we'll do this.
That's
It's kind
a
of
great point.
weird. I mean, that's I guess a testament to how awesome the good side of dogs are, where it's like they are cute. They snuggle you, you know.
See, but
I also Duncan's a fucking crazy dog. So I have not had that experience where you have like a chill dog who just is like a human in dog form, where it's like he just like sits next to me and almost watches TV with me. If I had one of those, I guess that's pretty cool.
See, those are my dogs.
Yeah.
And I think that's because it's my personality. They learn them.
Yeah.
Where it's like
Duncan was a motherfucker.
my dog doesn't even cuddle with me. He's
Yeah.
like, I don't want to be. Or she's like, I don't want to be touched.
Right.
You don't want to be touched. I'm gonna sit at this end of the couch. You sit at that end of the couch. We'll be good.
Right. And that's but then also same thing, like, okay, that's cool, but you have to like keep it alive and pick up its shit and all these crazy things that you would just never do for like
I don't really
anything
pick up
else.
that shit. I kind of just run.
I depending on where he shits, I'm just like, that's that's fine.
Basically, every time she shits, I just kind of look around. Like, anyone see
We're good.
that?
We're good. Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Didn't happen. Didn't happen. Never happened. All right, voicemails.
Voicemails.
Oh, but wait, sorry. Giving a dog as a gift is a colossally bad idea.
It's
Do
my
not-
worst
do not-
idea,
do
but
not
it's
do it.
it's the path of least resistance. Like I won't be in
It's
trouble
the path of
anymore.
least
I will be
resistance to
miserable
get-
for 15 years to
Yeah.
not be in trouble for a night.
Yeah, you will do that. It is true. It is
And
true.
it wouldn't make me miserable.
And that's why it's
But
you
I
will
I
be
will take on a
perfect.
responsibility.
You'll be perfect for marriage. That's what's crazy.
We'll cut that.
This episode's called "We'll Cut That." Next up, or first up.
What's up, guys? Viva, happy Groundhog's Day. Watching Kimmel. Ew, I know, late night. But anyways, he made a joke about getting a waffle truck outside his
watching
house for
Kimmel.
Groundhog's Day. So the thought came to mind, if you had to plan out your Groundhog's Day a la Bill Murray, how would you plan it out? What would your,
That's a good question.
if you could get a food
You had to
truck
live
outside your
one
house,
day
if
for the
you
rest of your
could-
life.
That's a
What
great
would-
question.
Yeah. I feel like you got to think though, because you do something impulsive here, and like you grow to hate it, or you're like, oh, I didn't think about it. You know, it's like, all right, let's play out the waffle truck. Like, what if? Well, no, because it's just a day. I was thinking like you get fat, but it's like no, you just start right over.
Right, right.
So I guess you can go as impulsive as you want because you get a clean slate after 24 hours. So then you got to think like, what do we like doing? Just sitting on the couch. But if it's going to be for the rest of time, I want to have the option to. No, I'm probably going to just sit on the couch.
Dude, I was gonna say
You live this. You do this.
I do it. It's
This is just your life.
yeah. Wake up.
You know what? It's mine too. Yours is just good. Mine's terrible. You know? Jackie's like, whoa.
Wake up, jerk off, take a shit, take a shower, watch TV for a bit, come to work, do bullshit,
Go home, watch TV, do bullshit.
go
That's it.
home, watch TV, do bullshit, like 7 o'clock, drink some whiskey.
Over and over and over.
Oh, like I mean, I've been doing
Literally.
it. I've literally been doing it for a year now.
Yeah.
But it is probably something I do for. It's really actually it's been pandemic life is where
Yeah.
it's like
That's been Groundhog Day.
I think it is for everyone.
Yeah.
It's just that's what I do. I just
But like when pandemic ends, you'll start going back out again, right? So would you want that to be part of your Groundhog Day? Would you want like a trip to the bar in there? Would you want?
yeah.
And I guess is it you have to do these things? Let's say you have to do it, right?
you have to do what?
You have like it's like I want like every day I want like the bar to be open and I can go in. I don't have to go in, but it's like you have to do these things, right?
Yes.
Because that's what I mean. It's like you can pick like, all right, I want to go on Sex Island. It's like after probably like 4 days, you'd be like, oh, I'm done. I have to do this for eternity.
I think you know what I would do that I don't do, but if I knew I had to do it for the rest of my life, I would add it in. Play hockey.
See, I was gonna say that to you. I was like, would you maybe want to like go hit the rink?
Which is something I never do.
Right.
But
you like it, you love like when you're doing it, you're happy doing it.
I'm
Right.
far happier.
But-
like even
but that's
the
because-
little bit we played for like the Barstool Pond Hockey Tournament, which is a year ago now,
Yeah. You were like, this is awesome.
I was like, I'm just in a much better mood.
But
because-
also, I remember you being like, I don't want to do this anymore.
I did, yes, because I got.
So
but I
that's
was.
what I mean.
There is a clear difference,
Like-
and I think it's
Here's the thing. You have to pick for this exercise, you have to boil it down to the least common denominator here. What is the only thing you can do for eternity? And that's sit on the couch and watch TV.
I could play hockey for an hour a day for eternity.
I don't think you could.
I would.
I think there would come a day where you'd be like, I just don't want to fucking gear up and all this shit. Because guess what? You don't. You love it so much, you never
don't.
play.
But it is. I think that's the problem with growing up. You just stop doing things like you like. People are like, oh, like I was so much happier when I was a kid. Well, you were doing things you liked.
Yeah.
And now you're just not doing those things anymore.
Right.
And that became very clear to me when we were playing. So I was
telling
like,
you, once-
even just skating a little bit and just like it's not. It doesn't even have to be hockey. It's that little piece of competitiveness that we think we've lost. You're just happier when you have it.
Yeah,
You're happier.
yeah,
like,
definitely,
Like
definitely.
I'd be like,
Even like
skates.
doing surviving Barstool, I'm not in it, but like being in something like that where I'm like, this is tense, this is cool, it's entertaining.
Right.
Like I love this.
It- there's-
You don't get that. You know, I've said this a million times. As soon as you get introduced to booze and pussy, your life goes downhill because you get fixated on those two things and you forget about all the fun shit that you used to do. Nobody does anything fun when they're an adult.
No.
You know?
None whatsoever. You know what I also might do? I might ski.
Could not disagree more.
I
disagree
skiing
more.
is another thing where it's just like it's
Again,
you versus something.
every day, dude. Also, that means you have to pick winter.
Well, I would choose winter for
Would you?
sure.
That's crazy.
I mean, winter is way better than summer. Winter is so much better than summer. It's insane.
Well, that's fine, but you got to pick fall or spring.
No.
If you pick anything other
I
than
would
a
pick
crisp
today.
fall day, I mean, this man is he's a runaway train. He is a runaway train of illogical opinions. That is today sucks, bro.
No,
today
I
is
love
cold.
today.
Slush puddles everywhere. There's still like a little bit of snowfall that's just like peppering you in the fucking face. You can't drive anywhere. You're soaking wet. Everyone's bundled.
Because today is a day.
Where you would just go sit down and watch TV.
Today's a day where everyone's like me.
Okay, well,
So
all right,
I would choose
so
today
that's
because
fair.
you're all in my boat.
Okay, that's
This
fair.
is how
But
how
then-
I feel. It could be July 4th.
Yeah.
I feel like you feel today.
That's it. That's a good enough point. Like if you would pick a fucking nor'easter every day because then we all just stay home and watch TV and there's no guilt, then I can get down with that. But you're not gonna want to go fucking play hockey on a day like this every single fucking day.
Of course I would. This is the day I want to play hockey.
No. There's gonna come a day very soon that you don't want to fucking get up and go out and do all this shit. Very soon, because again, you don't do this.
I know. It's such a clear, like, you're wrong because you don't.
You have the option to do this thing you
know what
allegedly
I do?
love.
I'd fucking call. I'd go see my mom.
Right,
I'd buy her
right,
flowers. Like,
right.
well, you don't do those things any
Anyway,
day.
you could do that right fucking now. You could make Groundhog Day your day.
Talk my
There are
14-year-old
people-
brother into bed.
There are people who are like, I wake up every day, 4 a.m. I work out. I go to this. I do that. I go for a run. I go to work. I play with my kids. It's like I just want to watch TV. It's the only thing I know that I could safely. We're talking eternity, dude. We're talking eternity. You know when I was like 7?
You know what my first thing would do? If I could live a day over and over, the first thing I would do is shoot myself in the head.
Your day is just like 2 seconds long.
every day I wake up and commit suicide.
I wouldn't make it the first thing I do. I would for sure make it the last thing I do.
Not make it the first.
I would jump off a bridge
I
every
would do
night.
it in bed.
I would jump off. Imagine jumping
have
off a
in my
bridge.
side pocket of candy. I'd have a gun, and I'd fucking shoot myself in the eye.
I would jump off a bridge every single night. Imagine jumping off a bridge, not having to be afraid. That'd be awesome. Although I think there'd be a moment of trepidation every time. It's like, what if this is the day that the cycle breaks?
I was going to ask how long it would take you guys to start jumping off shit.
Yeah. Like that's in Palm Springs.
Palm Springs.
Yeah, they start doing crazy shit. Where it's just like I don't fucking
Like,
care anymore.
Yeah, suicide doesn't work. I've tried a lot.
Right. I mean, I guess if you want to get like literal about it, like I would like to wake up. I'd like there to be some morning sex. I'd like there to be like a bomb breakfast. I'd like to watch The Price is Right. I would probably like to record a podcast or do some sort of radio, but like that's it. And then starts the television. Finish up with like a little more sex and suicide.
See, you keep going with sex.
Yeah, I think you say that like it's gonna be in the minority.
I would jerk off with a belt around my neck until I strangled to death.
There's a choice. There is a choice. You could do that. You could go David Carradine every day for eternity. I respect that opinion. I absolutely respect that. Could you imagine on day like 20 million, you're like,
I've never done it. Might as well try it one time.
It's got to be awesome. I mean, people die for it. You know, it's like it's the same thing.
There's
as like,
no way it's that good. It can't be.
People literally sacrifice their lives for it, John. It's got to be awesome. What do you say we try that
Tonight? Together?
Sure.
I'll tuck you
me in?
I'll tuck you.
Let's do one more voicemail and get into our interview with Ryan Long because it's funny and long. And I mean, he is a funny motherfucker. It's brought to you by Miller Lite, the type of guy you want to sit down. You know what? I want to have an American ass beer with that Canadian. I just want to make Ryan Long go full blown America on everyone's ass and have a nice Miller Lite, which has great taste and less filling, better than every other beer out there. You don't want to drink some like fancy craft beer. You don't want to be that dickhead. You don't want to drink some watered down garbage from the other names. You got to go straight to the source in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where they brew that good. You can get it delivered right to your house now. You don't have to go out. You don't have to go to the bars. It doesn't matter what your rules are, what city you live in. If you can go out, indoor dining, outdoor dining, no dining, you can get it delivered right to your door, so you don't have to worry about that. Obviously, with the big day coming up, they're doing it. They're doing it big. Shout out to the girl who wrote down the ad. Now's the time to get your pen and paper out for the really, really, really long URL. So Miller Lite is running this promo where during the Michelob Ultra ad for the Super Bowl, if you go to this website while Michelob Ultra is running their commercial, you can win free beer. Get your pen and paper out. I'll give you a second, and then you can write it down. It's the only place in the world that you can get this URL. There's no other ways possible to get the URL. Certainly no other way than just listening to me right now and writing it down. Let's go. This Miller Lite marketing stunt will distract you from Ultra's biggamead.com/ just type in this URL when the Michelob Ultra commercial airs on the sacred Sunday in February when everyone is watching football, and we will give you free Miller Lite, which not only has more taste than Michelob Ultra, but also has only one more calorie, and you will actually burn that calorie by typing this ridiculously long URL, but you will have to type it for real, no cheating by copying and pasting, which is why we are printing this URL in a good old-fashioned newspaper of the highest integrity, and yes, we are aware that there's bound to be some technology that exists that could transcribe a photo back into highlightable text, in which case you could cheat and copy and paste this URL, but we are going to trust you because good relationships are built on trust. So once again, please type this URL on February 7th because this is a stunt designed to make you miss our competitors' ad, burn a calorie, and get a free beer. It's Miller time.
Also, there are no apostrophes or anything like that. I believe that was her question when she tweeted that. There's obviously not, because you know how URLs work, right?
Yeah, and February 7th is the number and TH.
Oh, okay.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
So celebrate responsibly. Get ready for during Michelob Ultra's big ad, and drink yourself a Miller Lite brewing for the Miller. How can I get through the fucking ad and then I can't do the end? That's crazy. Celebrate responsibly from the Miller Brewing Company in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories, 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. No purchase necessary. Must be 21 to participate. Last one. Let's go.
What's up, boys? I got a quick question for you. So me and my buddy at work the other day were talking about celebrities, and Halsey came up. So obviously we're all talking about, how good looking she is, this and that. And his statement was, I would gurgle her bathwater.
I hate that shit.
We were all kind of, shocked at first.
Just stop. Just stop it. That, not out of like feminism or anything, out of just strictly like comedy. I would drag my nuts through the broken glass just to sniff her fart
through a fucking
all of it.
What is it? To hear you fart through a walkie-talkie or something like that?
All of it.
Everyone who says that thinks they're like the most clever person. Like, no, it's just a thing people said in 2012.
It was a comment on Barstool Sports when we first fucking started.
Right.
I mean, it is beyond play. I'm shocked it's still happening. Like, shocked. I'm sure maybe the question was gonna be like, who would you actually guard? I mean, I would if Halsey was like, if you do this, we'll go out. I would.
Yeah.
But the joke is just so fucking played out.
Why did you say right away like, oh, she's the best?
Halsey?
Well, I mean, I agree, but I'm wondering if there's a specific something that just happened.
No, everything. Just everything about her.
Halsey gave me a pregnancy fetish. We're cutting that.
No, we are not. No, we are not. And you know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I've never seen like a person with like, oh, she's glowing. Saw Halsey pregnant, and I was like, what up?
Yo, she is. And you know what's crazy? I think her voice is the sexiest part about her. And she's crazy sexy. You know? It's not like she's another ugly girl with a great voice. Like, but that voice is so like distinct. I love that girl.
She's the best in the business. I could not love Halsey more.
And
In fact, I love Halsey so much that I would not do any of those things because she deserves much.
It would demean her.
She deserves much better than me.
I would make sure her bathwater is perfect with like the bath bombs and the flowers and shit like that. Like I couldn't possibly gargle it because it's got chemicals in there that are great for your skin and your soon to be child. Boy, that got weird. Yeah. Halsey, come on our show.
And also, there's fucking. I just don't think there's anyone. You said like, oh, I would definitely do that, and I said I wouldn't because it's disrespectful. Not disrespectful to her, but she just deserves better. I don't think there's anyone I would do anything weird for.
I just think in that moment that's not that bad.
Well, I mean,
you know, I'll gargle your fucking backwash water. You know what I mean? I'll do that now, like just because like you dared me.
Yeah.
Let alone if Halsey was at the end of the rainbow.
That's true.
But some of the other shit's just stupid.
I wouldn't drag my balls through broken glass for anyone.
Nobody.
Not for a single person.
Not for a single thing.
It's a top 7% penis here.
We said balls, not penis.
Well, the balls are a big
Huge part of it. How much money though?
For what?
For that, I would drag my balls through glass for money before I did it for a girl.
I actually think it wouldn't even like. I think my balls aren't heavy enough.
I was gonna say
really be affected by broken glass.
It'd have to be some sharp glass.
If I had to step through it, that would hurt.
Right.
But
I think I could gently drag my balls, and it might feel good. Yeah. I think I'd be turned on by this. Hopefully, that's what gets me to Halsey because I can be revved up, ready to go for her.
If I drag my balls through broken glass, I would definitely be hard by the end of it.
If I drag my balls through broken glass, I might come, John. Show is over. Ryan Long, a very funny new comedian on the scene here in America, is on the show. Let's talk to him.
What's up, man?
Yo, look at this. I got this badass new thing, webcam settings pedal, and you can fucking look at this. You can sort of like.
Oh shit! How come you have cooler shit than we do? What's going on?
Dude, it was $5 because it's one of those things. Like you always buy, like I got all these free programs and all of them are fucking garbage. And then I like bought the bullet and bought one, and it was like the best thing I ever bought. Because hold on, one more. I'll show you this.
Well worth it.
Huh?
Well worth it, man.
Yeah, you can move it around to match.
Look at you.
You look way handsomer than us too.
Fuck.
That's what I'm saying, man. $5. This could be you.
Let's do this on audio, man. Shit. Yo, so Ryan Long joins us now, who, if I had to pick one name that I've been hearing,
but you should have told me we were live, by the way.
We're live. Yeah, we're always live. We're always live, babe.
You let me brag about my tech. You let me brag about my tech for 10 minutes.
So, I mean, every comic that I listen to, every comic that I hear talking about comics, Tim Dillon, Schwartz, Rogan, Schultz. I mean, everybody.
Schwartz, I like
Ryan Long's next. Ryan Long's next. Ryan Long's next. So I'm always very like careful of this to be like, you're the new guy because you might be like, motherfucker, I've been doing this for 20 years. Fuck you. But it feels like you've kind of reached some sort of tipping point with your career as far as.
No, I actually am the new guy. Like
you're really new. Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I think we talked about it, but so I'm not new to the world, but I only moved to America like 4 months before the pandemic. So if you told anyone in Toronto that, you heard of this Ryan Long, obviously, but in America, everyone was kind of like, yo, this guy came out of nowhere because I legitimately did.
Right.
I moved here 4 months before the pandemic, like kind of got past at all the clubs, like started kind of, and then it was, I've been in lockdown my entire time in America. So everyone here is kind of finding out about me, but I've been doing this stuff. Like I had some TV shows in Canada and I made a bunch of series at CBC, which is like the national broadcaster and whatever. Had a whole career over there, then moved here and kind of did the same thing. And everyone's been very cool.
That's so perfectly American that like, look who we discovered. It's like no, man. I was fucking popular in a different country. Like, he's ours, baby.
And by the way, not like, I was over in like India. He's like an hour away in fucking Toronto.
But you guys are kind of right though, because it's like, it's this attitude of Americans are like, oh, if it's not America, it doesn't matter. But it's true, unfortunately. And everyone else thinks that too. Like in Canada, I was talking about this yesterday. The only difference is we do have bands. Like before I was ever a comic, I had like a pretty successful band in Canada when I was young.
Oh, sure.
And but we had like when you're growing up, you'd see the let's say Foo Fighters, and then we'd see our Canadian bands. And when you're 10, you're just like, oh, that's a band. And then when you grow up, you see the guy from the other band like working as a barback, and you're like,
oh, fuck.
yeah. But was I being duped this whole time? Because we would just have our MTV countdown and they would like squeeze 10, Canadian bands on there. So you'd be like, oh my God, it's like Nirvana, Moist, like these Canadian bands you guys haven't heard of.
Right.
And so now, yeah, you kind of, as you grow up, you're like, oh, that guy was making 50 grand a year.
So did you feel like, what about, Schitt's Creek was Canadian, right?
This is the kind of like twist that Canadians will do that's wrong, because Schitt's Creek, Eugene Levy moved to America, became a big American celebrity, right? Like he was, on a million things. He was SCTV or whatever it was. Then he was the American Pie, all the stuff, right? He big American celebrity, moved back to Canada to make a TV show with his son. So he essentially, used his name and Catherine O'Hara, and his son was like a MTV VJ in Canada. So he basically went back and he's like, I'll make my son's property and I'll be like in it and I'll, be the executive producer. So no, it's like if Jim Carrey made, is Wayne's World a Canadian, his movie is Austin Powers a Canadian franchise? Like so right now, that's the same thing that's happening with me. Like probably right now, everyone's like, oh, like Canadian. It was like, you guys can eat a dick because you had it's the opposite. You guys hold people back. And then so Jim Carrey, if he goes and like decides to make a little program for Canadian television, like as a, to be nice to help one of his friends in Canada, it's not like Canada's coming up. It's like different, right?
Why not do me a favor? Just go all the way and just say, fuck Canada. Say you're fully American.
I do. That place can eat a dick, man. I'm done. I got American flag boxes on. I'm going full American Canadian patriot. I'm out there like they're taking our guns. Like I wasn't even allowed to. I'm all in.
How was the band? You definitely have a band look to you. The tats, the hair, the pretty face.
I had more of a band look before. I was a wild kid when I was young.
I mean, I would have to imagine girls were fond of you.
I'm gay, so.
Well, you missed out, bro.
No, I'm actually straight. But when I came here, I was like, if this Tim seems to be working for Tim Dillon. Like, what if I?
Until I'm gonna make Tim Dillon suck somebody's dick in front of me, because until that happens, I'm not.
Yeah. I will tell you that. So yeah, when I was in like this pretty famous band when I was like 20, and is the most famous like comedians getting pussy, except for some of the black guys, maybe the most famous comics, like. Girls like them as much as, and openers at the friggin' playing for 3 people in bands. Like there's some band that's 21 years old, like playing for 14 people, and they're doing better with ladies than like Louis C.K. was.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. Louis was doing pretty good.
He wouldn't have to do that.
They weren't really into it, but he was getting a lot of them.
I guess it's sort of like these TikTok stars where you'll see like some 21-year-old guy that's like some big TikTok star, and you're like, this guy's not famous. You guys are like, we're actually popular.
I fought that for so long. I was like, these are Chinese data farm numbers. They're not real. And then I started to see like they would walk outside and get fucking mobbed like they were the guys in the Beatles, and I was like, all right, it's fucking real. You're way richer and way more successful than me in 1/12 of the time.
I know. That's one of the problems with not doing stand-up, because I've seen I kind of popped off on the internet and stuff, and it does feel like it's not real until you go outside and people are like, yo, what's up? Can I take a picture? And you're like, what the hell?
I understand.
It's a real guy.
I get that the comics want, like, you guys are so you said like instant gratification.
Yeah.
But I promise you, dude, a room of like 250 people does not fucking matter when you're getting like hundreds of thousands of views on your Instagram. I promise you that.
That's the PSA.
You're all stuck on it. You all need that instant, like, you're so fucking funny.
Yeah, What comedians need to do is just they need to get addicted to likes like we do. That's what gets me off. I don't need a laugh. I just need for dopamine to slip out or slip into my brain. I don't really know how dopamine works. For dopamine to do stuff what it's supposed to do, I just need a couple of hearts and that's it. I don't need to hear a laugh. I don't need anything. Just some green retweets and a red heart.
Yeah, I can't.
On Instagram, just come on over to the dark side.
I prefer people to be arguing in the comments. That's the only thing that does it for me. I like to be quote tweeted angrily. That's what I'm after.
Fire.
But with comedy, the difference is it's kind of like on internet, the things that do really well a lot of times have like a very specific point and they're kind of like, scratching a very specific itch, where it's like stand up. This is a lot of the times people that don't actually go in the clubs and do 3 shows a night and like actually work on comedy. You can see the ones that just live on the internet because it's like, you see this with people with politics, right? Like they just put their jersey on and they're like, I'm on this team, and it's like comfortable and it's easier and you can actually get more likes whereas when a room full of people, especially in, New York or something, there's all different people there. It's like, you actually need to be really funny. You can't just kind of say what people already think the whole time.
No, 100%. I mean, there anybody who can just work an entire room in the major cities is just undoubtedly fun. Like,
it's better. Which is why that's why stand up, and every art form kind of goes through its peaks and valleys. Like stand up was kind of popping off for a little while. And I think everyone's kind of like, enough with the stand up. It's like another 49 Netflix specials. You're like, I'm going to take a break on stand up for a little bit, but it'll come back and whatever. But that's like the big difference of where with stand up, it's kind of like fighting or something like that, where, people, you can make videos on the internet and everyone be like, this guy sucks or whatever. And you're like, you start being like, fuck, do I suck? Yeah. But in stand up, someone be like, that's not funny. And I'm like, I'm killing right now. So
I can tell.
So there is an objective component that allows you, I think it kind of helps you to be more confident. Whereas even with like, I do some pretty edgy videos and stuff like that. And a lot of people are like, yo, how can you do that? Like, how do you say that stuff or whatever? And I'm like, to me, it's not crazy because I'm like, I've been, doing this bit or whatever for 6 months. And I'm like, this works every time. Like, this isn't risky at all. It's like one of my go-tos almost, you know what I mean? So you kind of just find that thing where it's, you know how to do this little thing.
The skits are very funny, which I feel is a very tough thing to do. Like ordinarily people are like, have you seen this skit? I'm like, I'm going to fucking hate this. I'm
totally sticks it to someone.
Yeah. But you guys, man, I mean, it seems natural. It's like obviously like a scripted skit, but it somehow feels natural and funny. The PC culture one with Ian with finance is just
he's the best.
It's brilliant. It's so fucking funny. All of them though, they're a hit. I mean, every time I see a Ryan Long skit come out, I watch it. So I usually hate those, so it's a good compliment.
We're kind of bringing sketch comedy back a little bit because it was also a little bit of like a dead art form in a lot of ways. But I mean, it's the same thing that probably happened to you guys. It's like the industry switched so much that it was kind of like this whole counterculture kind of, got started. And that's another reason why America is, better than Canada. It was like, how people are crazier in Portland and places like that. Like they're more nuts there. It's because there's no room for like dissent. So the smaller, like, whereas in New York, there's a whole room for a counterculture. Like you mentioned, like Tim Dillon, Schultz and all those guys, is like, they're making huge careers like outside of the industry, and that's like one of the cool things here is the industry shifted where it was like, guys like me, you're like obnoxious fucking white dude or whatever, the industry was like, we don't want this. And then the industry basically went to everyone and they're like, this is what you like now. And people are like, I mean, no, it's not, but you can keep shoving it down our throat.
Right.
But there's enough, you can kind of create your own thing. And then once you're on the counterculture and once you're like free from, all of that stuff, you can actually just really focus in on what you want to do, which actually just makes you so much better than these people that are, I'll make sketches with these people and that are like really in the industry and they're like, well, I can't do this and I can't do that. Well, so I got to stay away from that. And I'm like, man, imagine, you're fighting with your hand tied behind your back. Right. And it's like, just so you know, like when I go up, I'm not following any of those rules. So I'm going to demo you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. You're fucked then. Yeah.
Yeah. A little bit. Feels like that.
I mean, we have had like an evolving set of rules to play by as we've gotten bigger and more like official.
Yeah.
And it always feels like we kind of just stay right on the edge, but we definitely have like softened and moved back. And I went on the Legion of Skanks podcast a couple weeks ago with Big J and them. And I was like, holy fuck, this is what it's like to have no rule.
After your 12th N-word, you were like, maybe this isn't the move.
Bro, within the first 40 seconds, it was all rape and N-words. And I was like, what is going on? And like working at Barstool, we always kind of think we're like edgy and the ones like pushing the envelope. We're really not anymore. And when I heard that, I was like, oh my fucking God, you guys are insane. How do you guys even have jobs?
Well, Kevin texted me before he even got there. Kevin texted me, he's like, I'm actually starting to get pretty nervous about this. And I was like, why? What's going on? He's
Really?
like, I've been warned to not drink anything that I didn't bring myself. Because it was like, he's like, they're going to poison me.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, maybe it is.
Right. It was the first time, maybe, certainly in my career, maybe in my whole goddamn life, I just pushed the microphone away and I was like, you guys go for the next few minutes. Like, I'm always the one putting my foot in my mouth. I did it just last night. I'm always saying dumb shit. Those guys, I was like, okay, I'll join the bit when we're done with the N-word.
Yeah. I think some of that's the difference of like, you know, some people come from the like woke Brooklyn comedy scene and you see the way that they're, you know, they're all the things they can't say. Whereas, you know, if you come from certain comedy scenes, it's like
Whatever.
if you and your friends are like that. And the difference is, I think with like that kind of edgy stuff, because, you know, that's the video I made with Ian a little bit. A lot of times you'll have friends that are like, oh, you can't handle the edginess. And you're like, you know, pissing on ashes at a funeral. That's not edgy, dude. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
That wasn't fun. This is one that, but I'll say the other thing first, but those guys are hilarious. So it's like, you know, it's funnier than it is edgy. But I used to see this with comics a lot, even in the pandemic. Like there was a lot of comics we knew, and I'm like guilty of this too, but they would do shows in parks like during the pandemic. And I was trying to not do any of that nonsense, but and then you'd see them online complaining, be like, you know, these PC pussies at the park or whatever. And you're like, that was a lady like walking her dog and you're like yelling freaking slurs at her. I don't know. You're like, oh, sorry, I'm twisted. You can't handle me. Like, and you go, I don't really know if that's what happened. I kind of feel, you know, if you show up, it's like, it sounds like you just were bombing. And
that was a girl having a picnic with like her daughter. That was
100%. Yeah, people are, you know, it's like good to differentiate the two, because a lot of times, you know, people are allowed to be mad. Like if you go to a show and it's like, oh, a Christian audience, let's say, for example, and then you talk about like having sex, you know, like at a glory hole for 10 minutes and it's bombing and you don't switch. And then you do 40 minutes of that and they all leave being like, that guy was offensive. Like there was no like foul play happened there. It's like they had a sensibility, you didn't like it. The difference is sometimes there's this version where people will come there in bad faith. Like they'll watch your things like they already knew they were there to get mad.
Right.
And that person exists. Or even the opposite, like you'll go to a comedy club, kill, everyone liked it, and then they'll write an article being like, this is problematic, it's bad. And you're like, I told a joke, the audience laughed, and you want to add like a third realm. So there is, you know, I'm not saying there isn't like this war going on, so to speak, but it's not always that.
Right.
You know?
Right. And as always, I feel like you look around the room and the really funny guys are still killing, you know?
Well, that's a big thing that
be fucking funnier. And then you can do whatever you want, you know?
And when you kind of end up in this like edgy space, everyone wants you to be like the poster boy for that stuff too, right? So people will be, you know, it's like, you can't say anything anymore. Like, oh, you can't say anything on stage. And I'm like, I do good. Like, do you think I'm just bombing every night?
Right.
Like,
right.
No, I'm like, I'm do well. Like, so it's just, but they want you to, you know, it's like, oh, you can't say anything. And first of all, because this is kind of like a right and left thing always too, right? It's like, I was watching this Bill O'Reilly clip because I watched Insane Clown Posse videos, and then next thing you know, I'm like 9 Insane Clown Posse videos deep. But the Bill O'Reilly was interviewing the Insane Clown Posse, and he was basically saying, you know, don't you think that you have a responsibility to say things like these are bad things to say, and they're hurting society and they're hurting people, and, you know, this is harmful, your words. And it was like the exact same thing that like Hollywood people are saying now. And you go, it just flipped, but it's like, there's always going to be a level of people, you know, church moms that are trying to tell you what to say. And that's just the kind of part of the game.
So what did Shaggy 2 Dope and Silent J have to say to Bill O'Reilly?
Violent J was like pretty funny back in the day. He was kind of like first of all, it's not our job to like educate your kids, stupid. He said that, which is the first part of it. But the second part, he goes, people aren't as dumb as you think they are. Because they show this video of this kid coming up, and the kid's like 12 or whatever, right? And he comes up and he tries to buy, he gets a CD signed, and then Violent J goes, all right, go home and smoke some weed. And he's like, you are telling a child to smoke marijuana? It's like that, right? Yeah, and he's like, no, this kid's not stupid. Like, you know what I mean? If you actually listen to our music, like a lot of it is, it's all about family. Like they have their lame ass
solos, man. They've got their code.
Like if you actually listen, it's they get you in with like, I'm gonna slit the throat, and then like verse 2 is like, but low key, like it's all about family and friends, and you're like, ah. But you talked about the Skanks, like they're all the nicest people, and they're all about that kind of stuff too. It's like, so their fans aren't stupid. It's like it's people that don't listen to it or don't pay attention, and everyone has their own code of conduct. They're just like, their moral code involves you're allowed to make edgy jokes to each other, but they actually, a lot of times, other people will be, the people that are like, oh, I'm so worried about all this and this. They're the assholes. I'm like, I know these guys that are like, stand up for women. I'm like, you haven't called your mom in 2 years. We
saw that all the time. That started so long ago. We would find everybody who hated us online, inevitably their DMs would leak, and they were all creeps. They were always out, like harassing chicks. And we were like, well, another one. I mean, literally, John, how many times did that happen to hockey Twitter?
That was
the what?
It was all hockey Twitter. It was all I forget their fucking names now, but there was like a 3-month stretch where just every day someone would fall, where it's like,
it was great.
Another creep.
Unbelievable for us. We're just like, another one happened. It was so fucking good, man. Have you had like a little foray with getting canceled on the internet yet since coming to America?
I mean, I feel like it's just been nonstop but because I have, because I make all my money independently, there's not that much for them to cancel me from. So it's more like if you like when Shane Gillis went on SNL, that's when they got him. Like when Kevin Hart did the Oscars, like, right. Obviously he's fine, but it always happens when you try to, enter their world of, the industry. It's like, they always talk about turf. Like it really is that. They're like, because it's like, you created the industry. It's like, okay, but you don't own podcasting now. You don't own, stand up. You don't own really like the YouTube space. And by the way, they always have like, I say these people are kind of like Japan because they always have like an itch for world domination. They're like, we could probably censor podcasts, right?
Oh, they're coming. I was going to say, They're coming. Things don't go unregulated and like untaxed for very long. So
no, exactly.
But
so they want it.
Like I remember talking to Shane Gillis thinking like what you just said. It's when you try to go into their world that like they get you, and it's like, so why even do that? And I remember saying to Shane, like, who even cares? Like, do you even want SNL? And he was like, yeah, I wanted to work for SNL. It would have been a good thing for me. So It kind of sucks that you feel like, I guess I could go out of my comfort zone, but is it gonna like blow my whole shit up? It kind of sucks that that's the case for me.
And I have both because like, I actually, came up in like punk bands, and I've been doing this for a long time. So I actually do have I'd rather be part of the counterculture, and I'd rather kind of, I like the idea of not being beholden to those other things. But then there's the other part of it is that I'm like a filmmaker. No, it's not even the money. Like, I got some, it's not even that, you know what I mean? It's more like I want to make like a television show. Like, again, you know what I mean? I want to be able to, here's an example. I'm making sketches and stuff like that. I'd love to be able to do a sketch in a gymnasium with like 85, extras. Like I want to, and again, we're talking about like independently making a movie right now. So there's lots of ways to, still do stuff. But I am like, at the end of the day, it's like a lot of people will say that to me. It's like, what do you need those people anymore? Or whatever. It's like, if I was like a comedian or podcaster, that would be true. But I would like to make movies and I would like to make TV shows. So, and so I don't know exactly where I'm sitting in that, but that's the truth. But would I want to be like a cast member on SNL? Like, no, to me, that's like, would have been a better job when I was like in my 20s. Like I'm 35 right now. I'm like, I feel like that I wouldn't want to do that. When I wake up and like go to where's the NBC
Rockefeller Center
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I subway up to Midtown and work, writing with a bunch of nerds for $100,000 a year. Like for what?
That's the fucking man, dude. Fuck the man. I'm not commuting to work.
Yeah. I don't want to do that. And that's the one thing that's so cool about New York and versus, where I'm from. But like, when I moved, like a lot of my friends here, I'm sure you guys do well. Like a lot of my friends here have a lot of money. So do you know what I mean? It's this whole thing where they used to be like, the dream was, you could pitch all these stuff and maybe you could get a show at Comedy Central and, the first year you'll make 200 grand a year. But if that works out, you can make a ton of money and be Amy Schumer and you're doing all these pitches and you're all these people involved. And it's like, I have friends that are like, I have $5 million. Like, you better make this easy for me. Like, and I'm not saying I'd have that, but it's like,
don't count us in that crew yet.
Dude, the game's changed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
quick, man, quick. I mean, the comics, Andrew and Tim and them, like,
Logan Paul, like, you think
they went from like, working, regular rooms to like, oh, I'm a millionaire now.
Yeah, and if you think of Kevin Hart when they canceled him, so to speak, from the Grammys, I mean, at that level and those small of things, it's kind of all for show or whatever. But who got hurt more, Kevin Hart or the Grammys that probably had like terrible viewership? So it's that thing where it's. And that's
I actually thought that one worked out well because I think it was the Oscars, not the Grammys, whatever it was. But it like ended up being way more entertaining because a host really doesn't fucking matter. Like on a show like that, it was like it ended up being. I think it ended up being like one of the better reviewed Oscar nights because it was like, all right, there's not the fucking drag out Ellen DeGeneres with a fucking orders pizza for everybody. It's like just fucking do the award. Just show me who won Best Picture. It's all I give a shit about. I don't want to see like the most retweeted picture of all time or whatever they did with like Bradley Cooper.
Cancel all the other categories too.
The Oscar should have what, like 6 categories total, maybe like 4. The rest of that shit is for the birds. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, and they should just tweet them.
Yeah, right. You
just be one tweet.
Win it, but just don't waste our time with your accomplishments. Jesus Christ.
All those awards are such a joke right now too, because it's all that same thing where I would. Here's a perfect example. Like Canada is super, trying to be the right, like woke or whatever. You know what I mean? Like here's the top comics for the year. And so they release all these articles and it'll be like the 10 top comics of the year. And I'll be like, the video I made yesterday has more views than all of them combined for the entire careers. And you go, it's like people have eyes. It's like, you guys have said, you've been hearing about me and stuff. It's like, imagine what it's like in Toronto comedy scene. Like, you know what I mean? In that respect. So they go, and they're like, here's the 10 comics. It's like, it's legitimately like them saying, here's the top like basketball player of the year. And you're like, oh, who is it? LeBron? They're like, no, it's actually a girl and she plays college. She hasn't made it. Like, it's not even the WNBA. And you go, what are you talking about?
Right.
We have eyes. It's madness.
Yeah. That's like, we've said it forever with the Emmys. It's like, if your award show has never even nominated It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I don't take you seriously.
Yeah, I know.
Period. Like you have people, there are shows that have proven themselves out that never even get a nod. Then
I know. And they used to be able to trick people too, because here's a perfect example. Like everyone, if you ask girls, they would think Girls is like this insanely popular show. Like remember that huge show Girls? Like it wasn't. Like the viewership was not that high. It's just won every award. Like actual viewership, that was not that popular. It was kind of like a cool hipster show or whatever, if you're into that or whatever. But like that was not a big hit by any means. It's just, but they changed the context. But now I think people, it's like you can only lie to people so many times. You know what I mean? It's like your friend that's like, yo, I got these honeys coming. They're friggin' dimes. And after like the 5th set of 5s, you're like, I don't think we listen to fucking Dave about girls anymore. They lost their vow, which is ridiculous.
Dude, I had a friend like that. I had a friend who like, I used to joke that he was like he had a medical need for pussy. Like he was just, and he would, there was one time we got in a fight because he would always point out girls. He'd be like it was in college. And he'd be like, yo, look at this girl. Look at this hottie coming up. Look at this hottie coming up. Look at this hottie coming up. And then we'd drive up and it would be a guy. And I'd be like, dude, why don't you just wait until you see the person? Like, why is it so necessary for you to point out a woman to me? Wait to make sure it's a woman. Like, just, it doesn't matter if you wait 15 more seconds to say that girl's hot. It was the fucking craziest thing. And it ended up being like, all right, we just thought we don't listen to Damien about girls anymore because most of the time they're men.
I used to have a joke where I say some guys are just into it. They'll be like, check out that girl. I'm like, the one in the mobility scooter? Like, just anyone? If you ever go to the Greenwich Village, the comedy scene there, because there's all the like Sellers, like a lot of cool hip black guys or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Which is, it's always like, a bunch of white nerds and then like a bunch of cool black guys that like, like get girls and stuff. But those guys, you'll be standing with them and they'll be like, oh, what's up, man? How you doing? Like, what shows you do? Oh, boy, yo, what's up, girl? Hey, how you doing? Oh, okay. Are you good? Okay, whatever. So yeah, anyways, I have a 10 o'clock spot at like they can't stop.
Yeah. Dude, I've always felt that way. The amount of courage they always had. Never. I'm like, maybe I'll go talk to her later. I'll do that after a couple drinks.
Yeah.
They just fucking go. I was always so envious of that. No fear of rejection at all.
There was my one friend, this guy, Anthony in Toronto. He's like hood black dude. Like he went to jail and all that stuff. Right. And I remember he was telling me some sad because he has a daughter and he was like, yeah, it's just honestly they grow up like and she's like she was getting suspended or something. He was like telling me this story or like a couple of us, and mid-story 2 girls walked into the strip club next door and he goes, yeah, I know, and that's the thing about having yo what's up, girl, yo go, and he goes, yo 1 second, and he goes, nothing, and he tries to pick up the girl, gets her number, comes back, and he's like, daughters, man, they're crazy. We always bring it up. He stopped his daughter story about his daughter to go pick up 2 girls going into the strip club.
So do you still do music or what?
No, I'm retired.
I mean, that is crazy to even switch out of that scene at all. You're nuts. From what you just
it's a young man's game a little bit too, right? But my trajectory was like in, the 10-second version was I had this like pretty successful band when I was young, and then I got like a TV show doing like Jackass kind of style stuff. So I was doing this cable access show with the band, and I was doing all these sketches on the internet and releasing all these funny DVDs with the band. And then that TV show kind of became my whole thing. And then during that, I was doing stand-up. And then I was just so much more focused on that. And that's kind of like what became my life. And then, but also it's like waves, right? Like we were part of like this kind of punk movement that kind of came and went as well. Like it's kind of like, if you look at like, let's say rap rock or something, pick like Limp Bizkit. Like that was a moment where those bands were huge or whatever. But and they can still tour, like they could still go and fill seats, but like, do you want to hear Limp Bizkit's new song? Of course not. So it's sort of, to some degree, it's over unless you start. Like if I would wanted to have like pivoted and made a career, I probably would have became a DJ. Like that was like sort of the move at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you look at it,
fucking, I mean,
yeah, dude, it was the exact switch. Like think about forever. It was like all these, tattooed dudes and bands and stuff like that. And then the industry sort of switched over to hip hop. And then where did the tattooed bands guys go? They all became DJs.
Right. Yo, that's a healthy dose of self-awareness to just be like, guys, this is over and we're not going to be cool soon. So I'm going to go do something else.
I mean, I don't know if
no, let's keep fucking doing it.
Yeah, I don't think I said it that quick, but
we rode that wave a little bit.
It's easy. It's easy for me now, 15 years later, to be like, I got out at the peak. I think it was more like where GME is now is where I was getting off the truck. I think I was a little bit there for the downfall.
Were you in on any of that nonsense?
Yeah, I saw Portnoy just sold.
What a pussy! What a pussy! He was on CNN hours ago telling everyone I'm going to hold the line because I enjoy the memes. He's selling because Chris Cuomo bullied him around the ring.
Yeah, I saw him because he said, he goes like, "I'll sell over my dead body. I'm going to hang the losses up in my wall."
How do you bail on the movement that quick for $700K? That's fucking ashtray money to Portnoy now. What does he care?
Yeah, that was. I go, interesting. Yeah, I got in a little bit early.
He could have made $700,000 selling T-shirts that said "Go down with the ship" if he just went down with the fucking ship.
I think he would have had a better story. Yeah,
peanuts, Portnoy. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that was. I thought that was funny too. But the whole, I think it was you that tweeted something that kind of reminded me of something that I was thinking. It was like, because the problem with the GameStop thing and why I didn't, my buddy runs a site, Hard Money, and we were going to do like a collab video about it. And I thought about it a lot and I didn't really, it's because the opinion that I kind of hold is on the side of the mob. And I never really, I really felt like pitchforky, and I think it was you that tweeted that, what's the guy's name that owns the basketball team?
Baseball team, Steve Cohen?
Yeah, baseball team. Was it you that said like, you guys are directing your anger at him and it wasn't his fault? And
yes.
So, and I saw you get killed on that, right? Like people were like, you kill yourself. You know what I mean? Like you never speak, and it's, it kind of felt like the way people are with Trump, where it's orange man bad. It just felt like, started to feel like every take was just finance man bad.
Yep.
And it's, even if I like kind of agree with them, it was like comedically, it's just wasn't funny to me. Like, to be like another
joke almost. You're just like piling on at that point. Yeah.
That's what it felt like. So I never like to do that. Like if I was doing stand up right now, 100% my take would be like, I'm part of the hedge fund. I'm pro hedge.
Yeah, right.
Like that's funnier, right?
Yeah.
Just from a comedic standpoint, that's funnier.
Right. I mean, there was a point where it was like, well, you're pumped that you found like this little loophole manipulation to make money, and then the hedge funds are going to do their thing to make their money. You can't be mad. Like everybody's going to do what they do to make money. Some people have an advantage, some people have, but they're not going to stop doing it.
And I also see even what they're saying that, that they're like, oh, well, there's collusion and all that stuff. Yeah. And it was like, most of you were the same people that were like pro collusion of big tech. Like, what was it, 2 weeks ago?
Right,
so it's like just the level of like hypocrisy on these people. And then on top of that, my friend Danny, the guy that I do the videos with, he had like a really good point to me yesterday, because he's like a big trader and runs this stock site. And he was like, it may have started as like David versus Goliath, like, the people versus hedge fund, but like, let's not kid ourselves. This is hedge fund versus hedge fund. Like, you think, who do you think's making like all the real money on GME? It was like other fucking funds.
Everybody, they don't care where it goes. They're making money either fucking way. They're like, oh, right. Yeah, got us. Oh, they're hundreds.
So it's kind of like when the corporations appropriate the woke movements or whatever. It was the same thing. If hedge funds are like, power to the people. They're printing money on GME. Yeah, like they love short squeezing each other.
Absolutely.
The best part of that was when they were like around Twitter, kind of like they had the pictures of Occupy Wall Street, of them drinking champagne and taking pictures. They're like, remember how evil these people are. And I was like, that's objectively funny. Like that,
was the move. That was the move.
That was objectively funny to toast champagne to people sleeping in a park, boycotting stocks. Or I don't even know what they were doing, but like just dumping champagne out. It's fucking. It actually, like we mentioned Sonny earlier, when Frank Reynolds likes to go around and throw fucking balloons of champagne at homeless people and yell, "Oh my God. How you like a taste of the good life, you sack of shit." Like, that is fucking funny, man.
Right. Well, there's only two options, right? If everyone's like, you're the worst person in the world, and I felt this even a little like identity wise in the last 4 years comedically or whatever. And it's like, your options are, one, be like, please like me. Like, no, I'm one of the good ones, or to be like, yeah, well, whatever. Like, go fuck yourself. Like, yeah, sure. I'm the devil.
Yeah. Right. And the people who do that are like, they're on easy street. It's like, okay, you're canceling me, like whatever. And the people who are like, please like me, are the ones who are freaking out and issuing statements and apologies and deleting. Just who cares? Even last night, this was wonderful. Last night, I said some shit when there was baseball news. People were not happy. I call up John. I was like, is this one like real bad, or is this just like run of the mill bad? And he was like, mute the conversation on Twitter and it's over. And I did that, and it was just like, yeah, nobody cares. It's just
Kevin called me. I was like, dude, I don't even know what you're talking about. I've been watching the Bruins game.
You're like, you don't know what I'm talking about. It's the #1 story.
It's trending on Twitter. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not important, and neither are they. Nobody is. Nobody's important.
That's so true, dude. We're so in it. You think you're so freaking important,
dude. When you're like getting yelled at, like you think it is like it must be the focal point of the world. I think we've like compared to like, you think it's a storm that's never gonna end.
Yeah,
and you can like talk to your dad, and he doesn't even know what's happening. He doesn't even know what Twitter is. And he's like, yeah, like,
let alone us. I remember when the comedy thing was happening, like let's say the Louis C.K. thing. I remember like being at like a family thing and being like, obviously the thing that's happening with Louis, and they're like, who?
Yeah, right.
Not only do they not know the thing, they don't know who he is. And I go, the king of comedy?
Right. Like,
are you living under a rock? And they're like, oh, like the bald guy? And I go, yeah. And they're like, what about him? I go, they're mad at him.
The sooner you realize that like you're really not important, until you are, Kevin Hart with like 150 million followers or something like that. Until you're on that level, doesn't matter. You really don't matter.
It is, but it is still tough. Like, I'm better at not letting it affect me, but the problem with because I would love to do that too, where you go, I'll just mute it and not look. But there is an element where there's real things that do like cancel you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, let's say you were doing that and people were getting mad, and then they put it together a compilation of bad things you said and it started going viral. Like there are also like are legitimate threats that you
don't give them any ideas, brother. Let's not.
Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's easy to be like, oh, just not let it. It's like, okay, but then you might miss like, a fight that you need to defend yourself on for 8 hours too. So it's kind of a world where it's hard to just turn it off because they are like legitimate threats. Sometimes you're like, oh, you didn't realize that like Jon Stewart's been like going on a rant about how bad you are for like 10 hours, and you're like, phone's off, I'm baking. Like you might want to know.
But it is like,
if it comes to my doorstep, then I deal with it. Until then, I'm not bringing it in my house on purpose.
Right. You need a telegram that says.
Yes, exactly.
Someone knocks on your door.
I think a lot of it is like it's bullying, and in the sense of bullying, like when you're younger and your parents are like yeah, if you fucking don't care, then they will stop, and like yeah, no, I don't give a shit that you don't like that joke or that tweet I said, and then like they can yell at you for 8 hours, but if you fucking take a nap for 8 hours, then you're like, look, he doesn't seem to care about this at all. So we'll move on to someone who we can mentally torture and truly affect.
That is possible, yeah, because they're trying to get a rise. It does describe like the whole culture of just like the bullying overreaction. I kind of used to say this before, but it all describes, when like, let's say someone came up and he was like super homophobic. Like, let's say you're with some dude that's gay and he comes up, he's like, this F word, whatever. I don't know what I can say on your show, but I don't know if it's Legion is gang. But, he's saying this shit and he pushes them, whatever. And then you guys are like, screw this. And then you like knock him out or something, right? And then everyone's like, all right, whatever. And then if 10 more guys pile on and start like stomping this guy's teeth and like break his skull, you're like, whoa, like guys. And everyone's like, no, never. That's how it feels with these. Like they have no nuance of, what's the reaction that, is reasonable for the
which is crazy.
The thing.
The thing. That phrase, I got it. They
I'm stupid. I should tell you I'm stupid.
They lose their point. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, well, I was gonna be with you until we went this far with it, and now it's like, all right, well, now you guys sound like a bunch of fucking assholes too.
You make it, they make it difficult to be on their side, and I see that on both sides where people are like, you kind of agree with the morsel at first, and that it's like this girl's like, oh, this guy, like was a creep to me at a bar, and then she was like, okay, so what I want you to do is like kidnap him. What the hell are we talking about?
Yeah, right. Well, it's only a matter of time before you get canceled, Ryan. So make your money while you can.
Well, this is the thing, though. They're like, oh, you guys can't be in the industry. We're gonna like fire you from your jobs, and you're like, what jobs?
Yeah, that's a mistake. I'm basically one level above unemployed as it is, so you can't really cancel that. No tension.
Yeah, and you guys work for a failed GME trader. So.
Yeah. I work for a coward. Who cares?
I still have mine strictly because I don't know how to sell it.
Come on, stop it.
I don't know. I mean, to be fair, I haven't put in a ton of effort to figure it out, but I'm just like, whatever.
Wait, how did you buy it?
Hold the line!
I bought it. Was honestly shockingly easy to buy. Like, I felt like they should have asked me some more questions. Like, just a quick 5 questions to see what my financial like abilities are, and it was just like, oh, you want all this? Fine, here you can have it now. And then it's all down to like $4 or something like that. Like. It's all gone, and I don't know how to sell it. It's just I'm gonna have it forever.
My brother, who's like, he's like not into any of this stuff. He's like a gay dude, like super could not care less. You know what I mean?
Gay guys hate the stock market.
Yeah. He's like, how do I get sparkle futures?
I just want to suck dick. Leave me alone.
But he's like a chick. Like they like RuPaul's Drag Race. He doesn't care what's going on with freaking hedge funds, But he messaged me and he's like, "You hear about this GameStop thing? I'm gonna buy it." And it's kind of like that old saying, like when the shoe shine boy starts asking about stocks. I literally said to my chick, I go, "My brother just asked me about this. It's gonna crash in 10 seconds. This is over." But I still have like $5,000. And for me, it was more just I have it to hedge against FOMO.
You just don't want to miss out. It's like I'm paying $5 grand to be in on the joke. That's really
yeah. 100%. I'm
Which
like,
you
I
could have
can
done, by the way, for like $500, but we'll do $5 grand. Fuck it.
but I don't think you have to know your amounts. Like
Yeah.
I have a fairly high risk tolerance, I think. And I was like, if I put $500 in and it tripled, I don't think I still would have FOMO.
Yeah.
Right,
But I think
right.
like 5,000 was enough where I'd be like, all right, I got in on it.
Yeah, I love it.
But I'm up and now I'm back. I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. Everything else is cooking, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I was gonna
The
say,
other
whatever,
part-
dude. You got punk rock money. You've got
No, I'm not. I have
Instagram
Canadian
money,
punk rock
comedy money.
money.
You might even have a little DJ money. I think you DJ'd a couple times. I think you might have DJ money too.
Dude, my GME, it is so funny because this is like how dumb we all are too, but I had $5,000 probably. I was up like to $15,000 or whatever it was. And the entire market was tanking. So I'm down way more than 10 grand. And I'm like, we're killing it. Like, 'cause I'm only paying attention to this one stock, but like everything else is like getting walloped.
All right, man. So what? Instagram is what? Ryan Long Comedy?
Yeah, everything's at Ryan Long Comedy. Every Monday, I release a video at youtube.com/Ryan Long Comedy. And my podcast, which is the first podcast just for boys, so girls aren't allowed to listen. And that is The Boys Cast with Ryan Long, all platforms, and patreon.com/The Boys Cast for extra episodes.
Good shit, man. Thanks so much for the time. Don't be a stranger. I'm sure we'll talk soon.
Buddy, thanks for having me on. You guys are the best, too. I appreciate it. I like what you guys are doing. You're killing it.
Thank you, bro. We catch you later,
All right.
man.
Peace, guys.
All right, big thank you to Ryan Long. Maybe the biggest regret of my life is I got a text message that I needed to read right when he dropped the stock market joke, and I caught
I don't
back
think
up
he was
quickly.
making a joke.
Well, right? Yes, that's why it's really funny.
It's become a joke, but I
Right.
don't think he was joking.
No, he said it's so genuine, just like. He doesn't care about that. He's gay. It's the realest shit ever that now will be a joke forever. Like that's like the new like code word almost. Be like, you think that guy cares about the stock market? That guy over there at the bar, he cares about the stock market? But just a funny fucking dude all around who's absolutely killing it. And
also, Nick showed me a picture of him in the middle of the interview that I didn't bring up because I thought it was just not him.
It is. It's like Punk Days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he said he already has that like. I was not surprised to find out that he did like the jackass type shit because he has that look. But
Nick showed me this picture.
So did you notice two things? That he was like, oh yeah, I used to have like way more of a punk look, and I was like, that means something like that. Yeah. You know, like
but
this is crazy.
I thought because I see he's wearing a band now. I noticed the band. I thought it was a tattoo, and I was just like, that's not like I can see his arms.
Right. He did not do that.
That's not his tattoo.
Never heard a dude downplay his own like prior success. He's very like open and cocky now, which I like. But the whole like, oh yeah, I used to have this band, this is this thing, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure you used to fucking like kill it.
Yeah.
You know, like he would
also
not.
had a TV show.
Yeah. And by the end of it, I was like, oh, you're fucking Bam Margera in fucking Canada, dude.
And you look just like him.
I was gonna say, like,
I didn't because I thought he would find it insulting or something.
Right.
Maybe he looks just like Bam Margera.
It's spot on, and probably had as much fucking money as him too. I was like, oh, okay. You had an entire first like career. You had an entire first act. This is like, crazy, man. So shout out to him. Go follow him, like you said, on all his platforms because he's about to be the next big thing. And now we also got Alan Tudyk on the show, Mr. Sci-Fi, who's in every sci-fi show, and he's in what did he do the voiceover for? Star Wars? He was K2SO in Star Wars. Does the voiceovers for Star Wars, K2SO. I mean, a laundry list of who's who type movies and TV shows from Alan Tudyk.
Hello, sir. How we doing today?
Hey, fantastic. Thank you. How are y'all?
Good. Where are we right now with this these flowers in the back? And
I am in Vancouver.
Hollywood North, as they say.
There you go.
Yeah, see, you got a tree back there.
Yeah.
I like the flower setup for such an orchidaceous gentleman. It's kind of perfect.
Orchidaceous.
I think that is an orchid too.
Thank you.
Wow.
It is an orchid.
It is. Oh, I nailed that.
Look
Hell
at
yeah.
this.
Hell yeah. I just dropped orchidaceous and named a flower. I'm having a hell of a day.
This is great, man. You coined a new word. It's going well. It's going well.
Vancouver, like he said, is kind of the Hollywood North. Is that what's going on right now? Are you filming something and kind of on that little I don't even know what to call it. This little like town you guys are creating for Hollywood?
It is, no, I was shooting Resident Alien here, and my wife and I were up here for that. And then when COVID happened in March, they shut down production, all the productions in town. And all of my fellow cast members traveled back to Los Angeles, and my wife and I were like, it's spring. Why go back to LA? And then they shut the border, and we're like, why go back to LA? And then we fell in love with the city, and then we asked ourselves, why? Okay, again, seriously though, why go back to LA? So we live here now.
So just full-blown Canadian, huh?
So you're trapped in a country that's taking COVID seriously, huh? That's tough.
Yeah, more seriously, definitely. It's a great place. If you ever get a chance, come on up. It's a blast here.
So you think you're staying there permanently?
So chill.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, my wife is Canadian, so
okay.
I can get dual citizenship. Definitely. I don't know. I guess I should go back to LA at some point. I will. But I haven't been there in a year.
That's wild. I feel like this time, so many people kind of made some bold decisions, to like get out of town or move, or especially people getting out of LA. There's exoduses from certain cities, but I think I'm kind of envious of the people who did it. The people like yourself who just pulled the trigger and made a move like that.
Yeah, it's lucky. It's not a cheap city. It was lucky that we could, do it. It does. You ask yourself the question, like, what's the point of it all?
Well, it's you know what it is? Life is so easy to just keep doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? It's just like, well,
right.
I could move, I could do this, that. I'm just gonna keep, go to work, come home, go to work, come home. But it comes a time where it's like, no, I'm actually gonna do this shit. It's like, and why not? Why not make the move? Why not pull the trigger?
We were all forced to stop and take inventory, take stock of what we got going on. And there's a park here called Stanley Park, it's a temperate rainforest, which is great for orchids, by the way. Usually you get an orchid. If you get an orchid, they die, and that's it. It's just a stick, and you kind of just throw it away. But these things they bloom. They come back. It's just a place that everything grows. The park is 1/3 bigger than Central Park, and they just let it grow. It's right out that door.
So you're an outdoorsy guy,
You're
huh?
stuck in here with us.
Yeah.
I'm going running later. I'll get out there. Yeah.
What's going on with the Canadian stock market up there? How's GameStop doing? Are you guys allowed to trade or what?
I saw something about that. I don't understand stocks.
Not much of that.
Like,
Alan, nobody does. That's
what
the
we're
game,
proving.
sir. That's what we're learning right now. Is there such a thing as the Canadian stock market, or do I sound really dumb?
I don't think there is. I think they just trade on the American stock market.
You guys just
there's
trade
really
like maple syrup and shit.
Yeah, there's kind of a lot of things. America's a huge influence on Canada, from what I can tell. And there's a lot of respect for America. A lot of people grew up here, like really looking up to America. My wife, who came to America, she loves America and always wanted to come and be American. Canada's badass. I think this might be a take stock moment for some people in Canada who might not be on the. Canada's really got obviously has its own thing, but
I think it's a take stock moment for America. I think people, we used to be a punchline, we used to, make fun of Canada, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, wait a minute, you guys are doing everything right, and we're doing everything wrong.
Yeah,
we're the punchline.
I think, as you were saying, like Canada used to look up to America. It's like athletes I used to look up to as a kid, and then I kind of grew up and I was like, he's actually a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind.
That's America.
I don't want to be anything like him when I grow up.
That is exactly America. Nobody wants to be America when it grows up. Everybody wants to be America when they're a kid, and then they're like, wait a second, this place fucking sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Daddy's my hero. Daddy's been drinking. Now Daddy's been drinking.
America's the uncle who you always had fun with as a kid, and then you grow up and you're like, wait, he was just drunk at Christmas the entire time. That's why he was playing with the children and toys. But we were doing a little bit of research on you here, and one of the stories that stuck out to me about you is that when you were younger, you wanted to be a stand-up comic of sorts, or you wanted to entertain. And then at a Holiday Inn in Jacksonville, Texas, you were threatened with violence and have never done it again.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Okay, I'm gonna victim blame real quick. What did you do?
I didn't do anything. I didn't. Man, my stuff was so nuts. Where I was 18 years old. I didn't. I had done stand up. I worked at Taco Bueno in Texas when I was 16 to 18. Loved that job. It's like better Taco Bell.
Taco Bueno sounds like a made up store in Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, when you have to make up Taco Bell, but you can't use it because of rights. So we'll call it Taco Bueno.
Yeah. Really existed. It was actually really good at one point. Then they went a little too corporate there around 1989.
Always the way.
Downhill since then. Taco not so bueno. But I did stand up at the Christmas party, and there was $100 reward or award for whoever won the talent show, and I won $100. And then I took my act on the road when I went to college in East Texas, and Jacksonville did it for a talent contest, the JC's talent contest. And a manager at the Holiday Inn saw me, who would manage the bar, and he was like, I need an act for my bar on Wednesday nights or whatever it was. And so he said, get 2 of your friends to put together stand up as well. And you do 30-minute sets a piece. So 30 minutes sets.
Not a hard 5, 30.
Yeah. That's no joke.
Yeah.
I mean, people work, years to craft a 30-minute set. That's no joke.
Yeah. I had a 30-minute set. My first 30-minute set was really strong, and then it sort of got watered down because it'd be like 2 weeks later, I need another 30 minutes, a new 30 minutes, because it's the same people. And it was my third 30-minute set. It wasn't as strong. And there was a guy, Ray, who I had met in the audience before, and he was wasted. He had these 2 girls on his arm, and we were cutting up. He was funny, and we were laughing, and he was sitting right down in front of me. And I had this terrible bit, which is inappropriate now. It was inappropriate then, but
give us a vibe. Give us the framework here, an outline of that bit.
I'll give you the framework. I won't do it. But I had a guitar.
Oh boy.
And I had a thing. I was like, this song is a beautiful song. It was written by a soldier who was in Vietnam. And this song is the story of the woman he left behind. And she, and I'm like tuning the guitar, and she gives birth to their child while he has left. And so the child is not going to have a father. And as she gives birth, she sings her love for the GI that is now gone. And then she dies in childbirth.
Jesus Christ,
and it goes something like this. And I played just the top to get like that very quintessential Asian kind of sound, that ding, 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 like on a I don't know what that instrument is called.
Like centaurs.
And then I'm just screaming in gibberish because I'm giving birth to a baby. And screaming in some racist Vietnamese-esque language, and giving birth and yelling and dying. It was so not the kind of comedy you would want to go find at a Holiday Inn in Jacksonville. So
I don't know where you do want to find that comedy, Alan.
Oh, come on. Heaven's time. That was some good stuff in 1980, 1990. So nobody laughed. Everybody was just disturbed by it. And except for Ray, who was right there. And I was like, Ray gets it. Come on, people. Somebody's got to figure out what Ray's drinking, because Ray knows what he's talking about. Am I talking right, Ray? Ray, you and me, buddy. And he did not like being part of the show. And he stood up with double middle fingers, and he's F you effing mother effer. I'm going to kick your ass. And he's just right there. There's no actual stage. It was just a dance floor at the Holiday Inn bar. It was all on the same floor. And I'm thinking this is when bouncers come and swoop him up and take him away. And I realized there's no bouncers here.
It's a Holiday Inn
Maybe
in
Ray's the
Jacksonville,
bouncer.
Texas.
Come on. And I was afraid for my life. And at 18, 19 years old. So I
And that was it.
shifted. Yeah, it's okay. It's good now. And very awkwardly changed into the rest of my material, bailed on my new material, went back to my old material, got up as fast as I could. And he was still threatening me as I left, getting stuff and taking our equipment out. I had a whole other song to do because I would do comic music. I would do these songs.
To threaten someone breaking down their own set at the Holiday Inn is just really the lowest of the low. Like let a guy get out of town.
I'm pretty sure everybody in there wanted Ray to kick my ass too. That would have been a better show for them. It wasn't like anybody was on my side. They were like, and they were mad at me not because it was inappropriate material and borderline racist, inappropriate. It was because they didn't get it. They hated me for it. They were mad that I thought they might get it. It was an insult. Like,
the script had been completely flipped. Like now the crowd was like, Ray gets it. Kill him. Get him, Ray.
Yeah.
Oh man, the trials and tribulation of stand up. I mean, it's a grind out there, man.
It would have been a different life, man. I got into after that school, I moved to Dallas for a couple of years and I did an improv. I was in an improv troupe doing like theater sports type games. And I enjoyed that much more.
What's sports improv? What does that mean? Like, what does that look like?
Oh, it's like it's where you go, where you just have those games. They're, like we're gonna do same scene, or they all have different names. And you're like, so we're gonna do a scene. We're gonna take a suggestion. We'll do a scene, and then after that, we'll do it in 3 different styles. Give us a style, Shakespeare.
Got it. Okay.
And so,
I see.
So they're games, and they used to have a thing called theater sports, where 2 teams. And this was in Dallas. They were our rival. I don't think they knew that we were rivals. We considered them our rivals.
I feel like that's how all high school rivalries work. Like our rivals in high school did not care about us one single bit.
No.
They're just like, we don't.
Vice versa.
We are on a different level here.
Yeah.
So, the stand-up career ends and it's born and dead in Jacksonville, Texas. And then you go on to do every goddamn movie I've ever seen and every cool and funny stand-up movie, sci-fi project and comedy project. I mean, you've had quite the prolific career. I feel like you're one of those guys that's always like, oh, he popped up again. Like, oh, there he is again. So I feel like I think you made the right choice in the end. I think Ray might have pointed you in the right direction because it's been a good run.
You know what? I need to have a lot more appreciation for Ray. That's right. Thank you, Ray.
Yeah.
Wherever you are, tooth son of a bitch.
Did you go to Juilliard after the improv in Texas?
Yeah. So I was in Dallas for 2 years, and I was doing a play, and it was terrible. I did the first rehearsal, and it was awful. It was a play about AIDS, and
Jesus
I had this
Christ,
big long
material
monologue
you've been working with.
I know.
Death during childbirth.
It wasn't a comedy.
Okay.
At least it wasn't a comedy. But the directors were like, all right, it's like a rap. This whole monologue is like a rap. And I remember.
So you were first
can
on
I cuss
Hamilton.
on here? Is this is cussing?
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Let it rip, buddy.
Because these are the lines of a play. So these are not my words, but the play was, as I remember it, she tastes my fuck. I give her sex lives in my lust. I want, and she's like, push it like that, like a rap. And it was so bad. And I did this rehearsal for about an hour and a half, and I went home and drank a bottle of wine.
Yeah, I mean, when I think of rap, you're the first face that pops into my mind now.
Yeah, of course. My old days. Puppy Rice. That was me. I drank a bottle of wine and said, I need to get out of Dallas. I need to go to a real school in either New York or LA. And I asked somebody at one of the improv shows, just some actor, what's a good school? And he said, Juilliard's a good school. And so I didn't know anything about it. I may have heard of it, but I looked it up, called them, asked what I needed to do to audition, and then went up to New York and auditioned that year and got in.
And so you hadn't even heard of it, and you were like, the guy's like, yeah, one of the best schools. Like basically you were a guy who's like, hey, I want to do something in science. Like, do you know a good school? And they're like, Harvard.
Yeah,
like,
MIT.
I'll give it a shot. And then you just fucking got in. But
it was like that, yeah.
But you didn't graduate, right? Which I feel like is a regular thing with Juilliard students, where like almost the more successful ones, and maybe that's just like what I hear in like the books I've read, like Robin Williams and Adam Sandler and stuff like that. But like the exceptionally talented ones seem like they don't graduate a lot.
Yeah, it's known when you're going to school there. There's like there's the running list of who bolted in their third year,
right,
and how they're doing. And even when I was there were two actors who, one left, forget his name. He worked for a little while and then I don't think he even acts anymore. But anyway, you watched him go and they started working, and I just hated it there. We didn't do comedy that much. It wasn't until my third year that we really did any comedy. And I mean, we had a comedy thing that I was looking forward to, and nobody in my class wanted to do comedy. They all wanted to do tragedies and Shakespeare, and that's great and all, but I felt like I was dying. And so I did a workshop one summer and did a play called Bunny Bunny, workshop this play about Gilda Radner and Alan Weibel, who was one of the original writers on Saturday Night Live. And it was about their relationship. It was an almost romantic relationship, and then they became best friends. And it followed them throughout their life. And I ended up playing everybody else in the play. Somebody played Alan Weibel, somebody played Gilda Radner, and then I played 20-something roles around it. Wow. And that was sort of my strength. Goes back to the improv stuff of doing a ton of characters, and I'd be a French waiter who shows up in these got his hair and the I'm trying to sell them the chair. I'm sorry, I have a hair in my mouth, and like doing just bits. And then I'd come on as this guy who's a cameraman. It's SNL who lost his thumb in a lathe accident. That's where I lost his eye. And it was just a really good showcase. And I had started doing that while I was at Juilliard. And when they did a workshop at the Public Theater, I was like, I'm out. I'm gone. I left Juilliard.
When you first got into Juilliard, did you ever think that at some point in your life you'd be at pirate camp? Is that true? You went to pirate camp?
Oh, I went to it. It was almost like it was like a Scarborough Fair more, but it's all pirates. And that just I lucked out. I lucked out with that because the guy Richard Snell is the effects guy who was making my gold tooth for Steve the Pirate. And he's questioning me about, what is this role? So you're a pirate? Why are you a pirate? I thought this was a dodgeball movie. I was like, yeah, but he's this pirate, and are you making fun of pirates? I'm like, no. This guy is representing, man. He loves being a pirate. It's who he is. And he's like, cool, because I'm a pirate. And I don't like when people make fun of pirates. And then he's got a ponytail, and he's got jewels, and he's got some extra rings on. I'm like, you know what? He's like, I'm part of the Rum Runners. That's my group, my pirate crew.
What?
And we've got a thing up in Ojai coming up. They make rum. They make rum every year, and everybody would spice their own versions of the rum.
This
and
just sounds like an excuse to get together and get shit faced.
That sounds awesome. Yeah, like I want to go to pirate camp.
Yeah. What are the rules? You drink rum and you say "arr," and that's it. That's unbelievable.
It.
Yeah.
They wrestled. They just get wasted and wrestle, and they shoot off guns.
See,
they were like powder guns. Yeah. Just no balls in them, but
I feel like growing up, it was like when I was like a little boy, it was like, do you want to be like a ninja or a cowboy or a pirate? And maybe you sprinkle in like astronaut, but it was always like those are like the four, like professions, if you will. And I feel like I was always a pirate guy. I like pirate. Pirates, I mean, they live the
life. What are you
life.
gonna be when you grow up?
Pirate.
Pirate.
Yeah. And then we just kind of stopped because, it's kind of silly, but you join up with the Rum Runners and you can enjoy it as an adult. Let's go.
Man, I hope they're still together. I bet. I haven't even looked online. I bet they're probably going strong now that the online presence is around. Because we shot that in 2003, 2004. So the internet wasn't what it is now.
Was that so? When we've talked to people who are on sets with such,
if I can just break in real quick, the latest thing, the Rum Runners did a virtual 5K.
Hell yeah!
So they're out here, getting their miles in and doing some running. Love it.
I think I'd be out on that.
They've made some changes. That's I don't think I'd want to go party with those guys now. That doesn't sound like fun.
All right, boys, let's get a good night's sleep.
My shin splints.
But on that set, so we've talked to people who are in on not really an ensemble cast, but just a cast with so many great comedic minds. They say that it's actually exhausting to be on set because everyone's always trying to one up each other. Was Dodgeball comparable to that?
No, I don't think so.
Good time.
It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
It was. I remember, the director, Ross and Thurber, Marshall. I could never get it. There's an order to it, but he wrote that script with his buddies at college. He just had this script and got it made. Finally, Ben Stiller, Red Hour, wanted to make it, and he was all about playing dodgeball full out. So when we rehearsed with all of these guys and all the other teams that we were playing against. And so we were just playing a ton of dodgeball for hours and hours. We all threw out our arms in 3-4 days of doing this thing. So for the entirety of the movie, we were all just stunk of Bengay and we're injured. But it was fun. I don't think there was too much.
Did you get a lot of
going on?
A lot of pirate stuff from fans afterwards? I could see. I feel like when Dodgeball came out, there might have been a lot of people just yelling R at you and pirate stuff, right?
Yeah, we all got. Ben Stiller bought us Vespas. Isn't that cool? After it got number one at the box office, whatever.
Yeah.
Vespa showed up at my house.
Cool.
It said Average Joe's on the side.
Very cool.
And I'd ride that around Venice Beach, and people would look at it, see Average Joe's, and they'd look at me, gar, man.
Right.
So I had it repainted.
Did you get sick of that? Was that all right, I get it. You don't have to do this every single time, guys.
Yeah, I got it repainted really fast.
Yeah.
I'll get that every once in a while. Still, I'll hear it in a crowd. It's cool. It's
you
amazing
also have
because
this
once in a while.
sci-fi presence. I feel like both the channel and the genre, and of course with Resident Alien here. But I feel like you get in with the let's say quote unquote nerds, and it's it can be good for business.
Yeah,
I feel
nerds.
like the nerds kind of have inherited the world though. I feel like they took over from Marvel and Star Wars and Game of Thrones, even all that stuff really took over. And it was like, you can call us nerds if you want, but we're running shit now. So I feel like that's a good audience to be in with.
Yeah, it's not a thing that I don't think any nerd, doesn't want to be called a nerd. It's a badge of honor.
Right.
I mean, look who's a nerd? James Gunn. He made the Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. I mean, he did Suicide Squad.
Right.
That dude's a badass.
Yeah. Joe Manganiello in his basement playing Dungeons and Dragons. Go tell him he's a dork to his face. See what fucking happens to you.
Yeah. I don't know. Dork might actually get you smacked.
Nerd is cool. Nerds more. Yeah.
Geek is on the. I don't know. There was the geeks that they used to bite the heads off chickens. That's what a geek was.
What?
A carnival geek.
Oh wow! I did not know that.
A geek was somebody who they would bite the heads off of chickens, and that was the show.
Okay, I'm out on geeks.
Oh, Ozzy Osbourne's a geek.
Yeah, I guess. Geeks, Jesus Christ, that's unbelievable. But yeah, so Resident Alien is the show now, and I feel like so what can we expect there? Some sci-fi alien stuff, but with a shot of humor in there.
It is the Dr. Alien dramedy that the world needs right now, correct?
That's exactly what it is. Mm-hmm. That is. It's about an alien who crash lands on Earth. He was here to kill everyone, to destroy all humankind, but he crashes and doesn't get a chance to set off the bomb that he was bringing. And he takes on this identity of this man that he kind of kills. Named he is a killer. So he kills a guy. Not totally his fault, but yeah, he kills him. And takes on his identity, this guy named Harry Vanderspiegel. And it's in a small town in Colorado. And the sheriff comes out one day and says, "Hey, you're Harry Vanderspiegel. We know you live out here. You're a doctor, right?" He's like, "Yes." And he says, "Well, we need you in town. There's been a murder. We need you to do an autopsy." He's like, "Use your own town doctor." And he goes, "Well, that's who was murdered." So he gets pulled into this murder mystery and he becomes the town doctor. And he's just trying to get by and not get caught while he's spending his off time looking for the device because he still has to destroy all of humanity.
Now, I saw a video of you kind of in the makeup chair because you wear a lot of makeup on this. And it reminded me that recently Pete Davidson has decided to cover all his tattoos because it takes up too much time in the makeup chair to cover them for roles. Have you considered maybe just permanently getting the alien face?
Just become an alien. Be easier for
time
business.
in the chair, yeah.
If COVID lasts another year, I'll just do some way to work that into, because it is a mask. I'll just have it affixed permanently to my head.
Do you believe in aliens?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Elon Musk is an alien, man. That dude's a total alien. Look at him.
Yeah.
He's not even trying to hide it.
No.
He named his kid what?
No.
AEX12, I believe. Like,
Yeah,
you're throwing out numbers on a name.
Exclamation mark.
Right.
Yeah,
like all this
his
talk about getting to
wife's-
Mars, he's like, I just gotta get home. Like he probably crash landed, didn't have, some Marty McFly shit. Like we don't have the power to get me back home, and I gotta hang out here until we figure it out. He's just trying to get back to his own neighborhood.
Yeah. What you building, Elon? A rocket. Why? To go home. His wife's name is Grimes.
Yeah.
They're like these
Yeah,
names
they are the
aren't
alien
even
couple for
passing muster.
Yeah. Like they're not even, they're not
Grimes and
hiding. It's like,
Elon.
guys, we're not. Yeah, look at us. We're fucking aliens. What
Yeah.
don't? How do you not know it? It's crazy.
I think Zuckerberg is
he's-
not an alien, but he's a robot
yep.
built by aliens.
Yep.
Have you
Yeah,
seen
aliens?
Have you seen how like the side by side with Sonny from iRobot, you and Zuckerberg? I mean, they the same exact facial features. It's insane.
You guys.
It's
Really?
It's
Oh, yeah.
crazy, Alan. It's crazy.
That is rude.
Yeah.
Rude to Sonny.
Not the best
He's a
when you're
good
like, hey,
boy.
you look like Zuckerberg. You remember that time you were
Yeah,
playing a
no,
robot?
nobody.
You look like Zuckerberg. Let me see if I can find it. Oh shoot. I also read that you played Magic the Gathering.
Kevin's a big Magic guy.
Or I was at least.
I
Do
played
you
it. I
still
played it.
dabble?
No. I played it for a thing. I was taught it
Oh,
for a gaming thing and won
Okay.
accidentally, but I had help. And
Okay.
anyway,
That's the true-
one and done.
That's some real deep nerd stuff. Because like I said, a lot of the other stuff made it to the mainstream and you can't really call it nerdy anymore. But if you're still down with Magic the Gathering, man, there was this card, the Black Lotus, Alan. I almost bought the Black Lotus when I was in like 4th grade. I was going to spend like all my birthday money on it. It was going to be a couple $100 and I didn't pull the trigger and it's worth like $250,000 today. Son of a
Really?
bitch. Yeah, it's like huge. I mean, it would have to be perfect condition and I would have had to, take it seriously. I'm sure I would have like lost it along the way. But
I had no idea.
Oh yeah, you can make big money on some of those rare cards for sure.
I gave away so many cards. I was given all this stuff. Like I did the game and they gave me all these rare packages.
Oh,
and
you
stuff,
son of
and
a bitch! You probably gave away like millions of dollars.
I auctioned them off at a charity thing.
Oh, at least it was good
and
cause.
there was one guy who, like, everybody else was like, I don't know. Nobody really was interested in it. And one guy was just like bidding on all of them.
And who
I
was?
know what
It was
those are.
It was Mark Zuckerberg. Like, now he runs Facebook. That's unbelievable. Wow. All right. Well, we appreciate the time. So, Resident Alien is the show. It premiered last night on the Sci-Fi Network. So go get it. Like you said, it's the alien doctor dramedy the world needs today. So go enjoy it. And thanks so much for the time. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Alan.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Have a good one. Listen, if you made it this far into the video,
which is far, like no one ever does that on the internet.
like it's the end. You made it to the end of the video.
Full fucking video
You
you
watched
did.
the whole thing. So if you liked it and you watched the whole thing, why don't you subscribe?
It means you like us.
Click the subscribe button, because if you don't, I'm gonna fucking murder John.
And I'm gonna like it.
Kill him with my bare fucking hands.
Yeah.
And if you weren't sold on this video, there's plenty more. Watch what's next up and then subscribe. But just subscribe so I don't have to fucking kill him.
Well, I don't know. Do what you want, but subscribe. Probably.